When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Good afternoon. Welcome into American River College football on the campus of American River College. It is Beaver Stadium, the home of the Beavers. They will take on the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs in about 15 minutes or so. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. I welcome you to Beavers pregame, and my guest, my co-host, my commentator today is one of the voices of the Stones Broadcast Networks. He's been a podcaster, he's been the scoreboard guy, he's been a spotter, and now he's the commentator. His name's Chris Toy. Chris, thanks for dropping by. We really happy to have you with me today.
The honor and the pleasure is all mine, Mr. Phantom. Thank you very much for having me, and it's such a beautiful day for football as well. It's about 70 degrees outside here at Beaver Stadium. The boys are getting fired up out on the field. It's looking beautiful out here. It's such an honor to be here.
It is looking great. It's an honor to be here. Let's put you to work right away. Let's take a look at this matchup. The Beavers are 2-6, but 2-1 in conference play. And, you know, the double overtime loss to Butte's their only blemish. Now, Santa Rosa are 3-5 on the season, 0-3 in conference play. They played two games close and one game against Butte. They are down 27-0. But they've thrown 88 passes in their past two games, Chris. And the Beavers have come out last week 6 sacks against Sierra in a narrow win over the Wolverines. So how do you look at? Do you consider that one of the keys to the game, the Beavers' defensive line?
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, they've got a couple of monsters on the line too, with Shamonte Brown and number 90, Keto Martinson. They are just getting after the ball. They're getting after the quarterback. They each had multiple sacks in last week's game. We even brought some from the linebacker position with Gavin Malloy coming in and making a nice sack in there as well last week. So disrupting the timing of the quarterback is always the key, especially with Santa Rosa being a pass-heavy team. They definitely need to get in there and get in the face of the quarterback, even if they don't bring him down. I mean, their size. I mean, Keto Martinson at 6'2", and Shamonte Brown at 6'5", they can get their arms up and get in that face of that quarterback and interrupt the timing in those passes.
Yeah, that quarterback's Bobby McGovern, who took over in the third game for the Bear Cubs. Jacob Porteous was the quarterback the first two games, and he led a win over San Francisco in game one and threw for over 300 yards and over 300 yards again in game two, and then was injured in game three. And Bobby McGovern has taken over and thrown for over 1,000 yards since then. So that's a great point you make. So, usually we see these games and people kind of ease their way into the games here at Beaver Stadium. By the second quarter, we're up and running. I'm looking at the first quarter, Chris, and thinking maybe that's even more important than usual today.
I think it is, especially being a conference game and Santa Rosa trying to get off the schneid and AR really trying to just continue their dominance in the conference, or make their presence known.
Yeah.
They need to come out strong, and again, like I say, their defensive line is going to play a big role in interrupting the passing and the timing of Santa Rosa, as well as Santa Rosa wants to come out here and open up the field,
Absolutely.
Spread the ball around a little bit. Last week they had 5 guys with more than 15 yards per air yards per completion. So they like to spread the ball around. They like to open it up, and if they can do that, they can set their own pace, and that puts the Beavers on their heels.
Yeah, great point you make. In fact, Jaden Anderson, who we'll talk about in a minute for the Beavers, is their long-range threat at wide receiver. He has 22 catches on the season. To your point, the Bear Cubs have 5 guys with at least 23 catches on the season. So obviously they use the pass a little bit more often than the Bear Cubs, but than the Beavers. But let's look at ARC on offense. Frank Curry, who's came out of the wide receiver room, as I mentioned constantly, and he is now the quarterback. He's been a runner for the most of the season so far since he took over a couple of games ago. But last game against Sierra, we mentioned the win, 21-18. He threw 3 touchdown passes. One of them was to Jaden Anderson. So are you looking for the ratio to be like a 50-50 run pass? What are you looking for as far as that's concerned?
Well, I think, Arcuri's got the blessing of the speed and the legs, and he's got the history as a wide receiver. So he definitely will lean on that a little bit more. I'd like to see him sit back in the pocket a little bit more. He's been super efficient with the ball in the last 2 games. He was 11 for 16 in the last game with only 161 yards, but that's 10 yards per pass right there. And he threw that monster touch. He threw 3 tutties and he threw that big one. the week before, actually, I'm sorry, to Jaden Anderson for 63 yards.
Yeah, that
in
was
which
a great one.
He was only 5 of 9, but he focused on his legs in that game. He had 16 rushes for over 100 yards and a touchdown that week. So he definitely has both capabilities, but I'd like to see him balance it out. I'd like to see him spread the ball around to his guys a little bit more and not depend on him so much of himself.
Well, let's talk about that one target that I mentioned earlier, Jaden Anderson, who Coach Osterhout has mentioned me a couple times. He just thinks he's talent-wise just head and shoulders above most of the guys he goes up against, and he's had long touchdowns the past 2 weeks. The one you mentioned against Butte was a beautiful over 60 yards. The connection between Akuri and Anderson was the best-looking pass I've seen anybody throw this year. So we're thinking by this time in the season, Santa Rosa knows about Jaden Anderson too. So if they're going to put a little bit, maybe double him, maybe bracket him, if they do something special with him, what do you think the Beavers should do to counteract that?
Well, again, I think Coach O is well aware of the talent that he's got there, and I think he'll put Anderson out there, and sometimes even in a decoy type role where he can open up some space for either a swing pass or open up the middle of the field for the tight ends to get involved in the game there as well, and allow our Arcuri to spread the ball around a little bit more. He's also got Demarion Williams. He only had one catch last week, but it was for 37 yards. It was a good, it was a beautiful pass, beautiful catch, beautiful run after catch. So he's got some other speed guys out there to. So if Anderson's drawing the attention, there should be some openings on the field for Arcuri to find.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned the tight end, and that's something we've noticed that Coach O likes to feature his tight ends since we've been here 3-4 years ago. He's had great tight ends. This year he has 4 tight ends that he used, but I was looking through the stats, and none of them has played any more than 4 games, which is why probably the catch ratio isn't more. Josh Feuerbach is the guy who's got the most catches. He's only played in 4 games, so that is an area I think that we're going to have to watch that and see if he can utilize that. But the last thing I want to mention, Zaire Eastman is the back. He has been one of 2 featured backs this year along with Nathan Crawford. Nathan may be a little bit hampered. He has an ankle thing going on, so we don't know how much we'll see him. But are you looking for Zaire Eastman to take the lead in running the ball?
Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, he showed last week against Sierra, they gave him the workload with Crawford being a little bit banged up. So they gave him the workload. And I mean, he's just a little guy. I mean, he's 5'7", but he's 180 pounds basically, and he's just a truck.
The bowling ball.
He really is. And so he carried the ball 22 times last game for a good 72 yards and really made his presence known. I think he's got the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield as well. Hopefully Crawford can be a part of things, but if not, we've got Hakeem Anderson as well is another one, and then we've got the recent conversion, Horton coming over from the wide receiver room into the running back.
Yeah.
So again, another option for Arcuri to throw the ball out of the backfield as well as have some speed guys coming through and just able to handle the balls.
And like I said, the wide receiver room at the beginning of the season has 4 guys that we might see in the backfield today. Arcuri, the quarterback. You mentioned Tamel Horton. Also, we're going to see Eric Phillips perhaps back there as well. So there's a lot of guys that he's had to move. And even Coach Owen, I talked to him yesterday, said he's never had a season where he's had flipped up his skill players from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. But they make it work, and the Beavers are playing their best football. They've won 2 out of their last 3. They're looking to win today against Santa Rosa. Close it out on the road next week against Redwoods. That's our Beavers pregame. Chris Toy, Mark the Phantom Low here with you. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We've got lineups. We got kickoffs. We're just about ready to get started from Beaver Stadium. The American River College Beavers against the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. You are watching Beavers football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Town. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome to another American River College athletics broadcast, coming to you live from Beaver Stadium on the beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. It's almost time for Beavers football. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth, to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action. It's Beaver football, and it starts now.
And welcome back to Beaver Stadium on the campus of American River College. Mark the Phantom Lowe here, and the voice that you just heard introducing me, that's Chris Toy. He is our broadcast partner today. And Chris, we're ready. I don't even mention in the pregame, it's Alumni Day today, and we had a live rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. It was sensational.
It was fantastic. It's always good to see the alumni come out and show off their skills and what they're doing now. And it's homecoming as well, so the spirits are high.
Yeah,
hopefully
that's
the
why
folks
they're
are
here.
out here
because it's homecoming. That's why they're here.
No, I understand. I'm sorry. I don't go to my own reunions even, so I don't really know what's going on.
We also have a little band down there underneath the pop-up there. They're going to kick it up. We're going to have a day today. This is going to be it. Beavers will be receiving the kickoff. Luis Torres, one of the guys back there. I believe the other one would be Jaden Anderson. Kicking for the Bear Cubs is Anthony Carvillo, and his kick is going to go back right about the goal line, picked up by Torres. Comes up to the 15, cuts it back. Now he's got some opening at the 30, at 35. Another cut back at the 40, at the 45, and down to the 48-yard line. Want to make sure because Luis hasn't been on the it was Luis Torres, number 13, and he gets it all the way back to the 48. That's easy, Chris, because he catches it on the goal line and goes to the 48. That's a 48-yard return.
That makes it very easy.
That's
It was my understanding there would be no math.
That's a lot of math, my friend, a lot of math. So the Beavers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 48. We'll see who is in the backfield along with Frank Arcuri. As we mentioned, Frank in the pregame has taken over, been the quarterback for about the last 3 or 4 weeks. It looks like it is Eastman. Coming out to the left side, Tamel Horton started out in the backfield, and he is now in motion left to right. Sets up to the right of Arcuri, so he's got a full backfield. He hands off. He's going to throw it quickly. Wide out there to Torres.
Looks like he got it.
Luis got it. Luis got it, and he is going to get about a 7-yard gain. So good play by Torres. Torres basically offense so far, Chris.
Yes, that was again. They just came out and they decided, let's open it up. Let's throw a pass.
Absolutely, yeah. And he goes to Torres for a 7-yard gain. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Again, we've got motion. This time it's Torres again. He's pretty much been the whole game. There's a jump by the right guard there for the Beavers. And that will end up in the first negative thing the Beavers have done today. And they'll be marched back right onto midfield and set up a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. And penalties, Chris, penalties always a problem as far as community college and basically as far as the Beavers are concerned. That one, you don't want to blunt the early momentum.
Agreed. They got to make sure they're keeping moving forward, stay on time with their movements of the ball.
So Arcuri with he's got Horton and Eastman to his left and right. He's got 2 receivers out to the left side. He'll hand it off up the middle. That looks like it's Eastman. And he'll get over the 45 and down the 44. No, that was actually Tamel Horton, I think, with that one. And he gets down at about the 44 to set up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
It looks like they got back at least the penalty yardage.
Absolutely, yeah. And Horton got the ball. Eastman went out. He was in motion out of the backfield to the left, and Horton gets the ball, the converted wide receiver with a nice gain. And the ball is marked about the 43-yard line, so it'll set up 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the Beavers. Just getting started here, 13:30 to go. Beavers against the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. Arcuri, he's got 1 out to the left and just a tailback. Turns and hands it to the tailback. That's Eastman, but he's stymied right at the line of scrimmage. Beavers do the old tush push and get him. I think they might have got the 1st down, taking a page out of the Eagles book, but the Bear Cubs are saying that the ball was lost. Let's see what the referee has to say, whether it is a Bear Cubs recovery. The pile was still going, and so if they leave it going, then it might be the Bear Cubs ball. We've got a Santa Rosa coach up here who's making his opinion very well known. No, they're going to give it back to the Beavers, and they're also going to give, I think, enough yardage for a 1st down. So break for the Beavers on that one, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great heads up, great running on the running back way for Eastman to just keep those legs pumping and hopefully just get that extra yardage. Sounds like he got a little bit lucky on the timing of when that ball came out and when they whistled the play dead, though.
Yeah, shades of Giants and Eagles over the past weekend there. So a 1st down for the Beavers at the 40-yard line. Curry with a couple of backs with him in the backfield.
Horton's back in the game here.
And he'll try to take the option and does not pitch it, holds it himself and goes down to the 36-yard line. And a gain of 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
So as I mentioned, Horton had a little rest there. Looks like Demarion Williams is coming in as well. Looks like they're making some switches for some wide receiver. Maybe they're gonna take a shot downfield here.
Yeah, Halim Thali comes in. Halim has only played about 6 games. He has 10 catches on the year. He's in as well. He'll flank out to the right side with Williams, as you mentioned, Chris, full backfield with the Curry. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. turns and hands it to Eastman, but that's a tremendous play by number 45 on Santa Rosa. Give that up for Brandon Williams, a 6-foot sophomore out of Woodlawn High School in Baltimore, Maryland. He came in and dropped him for a loss.
Yeah, he read that very well. He jumped right off the ball and saw right where that run was headed and got himself right in the middle of the way and said, sorry, Mr. Eastman, you're going to have to try again sometime.
Ball on the 36-yard line. It'll be third down, but 6 yards to go. They've got to get to the 30, and they are on the left hash mark with just the single back behind Frank Curry. Mass on the right side. They got a 2-by-2 situation over there. In motion goes the Beavers. That is Akeem Anderson, who's now split out to the right. Curry looks left, and he's under a little pressure. He's got a little bit of room. He's got one guy to beat. He'll get it up near the 32-yard line, run out of bounds. He is down there, and it'll set up a fourth down. And, Chris, a fourth down decision for Coach O. It's 4th and 1 from the 31-yard line.
This is a difficult distance in which to try a field goal, and it's a difficult distance in which to try and push yourself. But I think Coach O's got some confidence. He's got the offense back out there on the field. I know these guys can fight for that extra yard.
Landon Anderson is the kicker. We have seen him nail a couple of 40-yarders. This one would be, to your point, about 48 yards. And so the Beavers with a tight end, that's Jalen Suggs in the backfield. He takes off up the middle, and he is going to get the first. And it looked like to me that he took off a little early, so the Beavers might have got a break. I don't see a call, and the Beavers will get the first down.
Very good, very good. Big body, just fighting for that yardage.
Jalen Suggs, I watched him at Placer High when he was a fullback. He has bulked up considerably, and now wearing number 88 as a tight end for Coach O, and he's got the ball down to the 29-yard line, so the Beavers continuing this first drive here as they took the opening kickoff, a 48-yard return from Luis Torres, and they have kind of nickel and dime their way down to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Horton in the backfield along with Curry and also Eastman. Curry's going to throw. We got a flag. The throw across the middle is almost picked off by the Bear Cubs. Beavers escaped one. We'll wait and see what the flag is.
They did. That was great defense and defensive coverage in the back and the secondary there. Those defensive backs were all over that pass.
I think that might have been number 6, Kyron Jackson Davis back there, one of the defensive backs for the Bear Cubs, but we'll see what the call is. It's going to be an illegal procedure. I think they're going to decline it after the play was not successful. Oh, no, they're going to take it, okay. So they will make it 1st down and 15. The ball now at the 34-yard line. And Curry going to the pass. He thought he was going to take the Bear Cubs by surprise, but really wasn't. The element of surprise was not there for ARC. So Eastman and Horton both to the right now of Curry. And Frank has got 2 wide receivers split out right. One of them is Williams. He'll take it, he'll hand it on, and he'll hold on to it. He's got an option going. He's going to keep it, and he's tripped up. No, he gets away at the 28. There's a flag coming in. I think we might have a
looks like we've got a late hold there on our offensive lineman. Number 72, I believe. Block
in the back. Perhaps they're on the run, but we'll see what happens. As it was a Curry on the option, and it looked like he still had a chance to option it even later, but then the flags start flying. Let's see, a point of the foul was probably around the 25-yard line. Let's see, it's marked from the 28. It'll go all the way back to about the 38-yard line. And set up again another 1st down, but they've got to go all the way down to the 19. So actually put it on the 39, so it'll be 1st down and 20 for the Beavers as they, we talked about penalties, and they've come up with a couple here, put themselves behind the sticks. So let's see if Curry maybe goes to the short pass, or maybe, Chris, like you were saying, the swing pass. Two receivers to the left now. They're going to give it to Eastman, trying to the middle. He's got a little room, shakes one tackle, gets through the 30, down to the 25, inside the 20, down inside the 20-yard line, down inside the 18-yard line. He might have enough for a 1st down. And Eastman, Chris, that's what we've been seeing game to game. Eastman breaking the runs like that.
That was a beautiful run. And again, the motion and the wide receiver set really set the defense up for a long pass. Again, it's been given that yardage, and Eastman just exploited the hole that he found and just found his way right up the middle.
And let's see if they give him the 1st down. Yes, I believe they did. Yeah, 1st down. Ball at the 19-yard line. Beavers 6 minutes on this first drive. There's Anderson going to go in motion and reset on the right side. Let's see if Curry looks for him. No, he gives it to Eastman again. He's got a hole. He's inside the 10, down to the 5, and he's pushed down. The ball comes out, but I think he hit the ground first. Let's see what the call is. Looked like Dexter Travers, number 12, was the tackler for the Bear Cubs.
And it looks like the side judge did call that ball down. So no fumble there.
Down the ball at the 5-yard line, another first down for the Beavers. And Eastman, he got stymied, like you mentioned, on that one that was the defensive guy jumped. That was Brandon Williams. You remember he threw him down for a loss earlier in the drive, but since then he's really found some room and turned in 2 really good runs, sending up a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. He's still in there. It looks like Horton to the right of Curry. Beavers split 2 out to the right. He's going to hand it off to Horton up the middle. He is tackled from behind, but gets down around the 2 or 1 yard line, and it'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Another beautiful run. Again, that time the fake to Eastman. They've been focusing on Eastman, so trick the defense there with Horton going up the middle.
So the ball is marked at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Chris, right now, the way that the time you've taken off the clock, it's you got to go. No 3. You're going 7.
No, you're going 7, and you're going to play this out in 4-down territory regardless.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. 2nd down. 7:50 to go and counting here in the first quarter. Beavers have kept the the Bear Cubs offense off the field. Eastman, the only running back, he is going to get the handoff, but tripping was a Curry, and we've got a flag coming in, and we've got a great tackle by a horde of the Bear Cubs. Let's see what the flag is about, but that one never got off the ground.
No, that was just a tough play all the way from the beginning.
Let's see what the call is. I might have a face mask. So the Beavers will get a break there. That'll be half the distance and another first down. So they'll put them back 1st and goal from the 2. So a break for the Beavers on a play that looked like they couldn't get out of each other's way.
No,
so Anderson is going to come in, Akeem Anderson. Also, we got number 99. That's Braden Grover, I think, coming in for the Beavers. Out of Roseville. He is a big fellow. Let's see. Last time the Beavers might have jumped on this play. They're going to hand it, to Grover. He goes up the middle. Everybody's pushing and shoving. The problem I have with that play is if you hand it to a lineman, Chris, the ball security isn't always there, so someone comes in and tries to take that ball out of his hands.
That was, absolutely. They're not used to handling the ball, but they've got that bulk they can push, but if that ball pops loose, they're not going to have a chance to get it back.
He got down to the 1 yard line. I mean, he is taking a look at Braden. 6'4", 315. So yeah, he got at least 1 yard.
Absolutely,
he is 2 yards. Maybe we should just throw him. So it will be 2nd and goal. Another full house backfield. Curry. Then we got another flag. He was going to go. He's lost the ball that time, and that time the Bear Cubs jumped on it. We had a flag on the play, but it's clearly a fumble, and you wonder, Chris, why you go to the option when you got a goal to go on the 1 yard line. But let's see what the call is before we. And it looks like Beavers are signaling. Feuerbach signals he thinks it's on the Bear Cubs. The flag went up immediately. It might have been an offsides on Santa Rosa, but again, you get a situation where you have 2nd and goal at the 1, and you go, run that option, and then you've got to handle the ball, and that's trouble.
Yeah, especially with the success that they've been having running straight up the middle.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to bounce it outside and try and be cute. You just force that ball in for 7.
Let's see if that's what they do now, as the call does go against the Bear Cubs, and I think it was an offside. Here go the Beavers again. Our Curry's going to take it himself. He is pushed over. I think he got in. Let's see what the call is. A lot of amateur referees on the field, but none of the professional was. And now we do get the call. Touchdown Beavers. So Frank Curry with the 1 yard push. And Chris Toy, we've got a drive of almost 9 minutes. Everything was good. It took a long time, and they got 6 points out of it.
They did. They got a little lucky a couple of times. They almost shot themselves in the foot with some penalties, but at the same time, they just kept doing. They went back to what they've been finding success with today so far, just running up the middle.
No, you make a great point. They did get some luck on that one. A couple of penalties against Santa Rosa. So here's Landon Richardson, who is 20 of 20 on extra points for the season. He will try to make it 7-0. The Bear Cubs jumped. The kick goes up. The kick is good. So I think the Beavers will probably Yeah, we're going to have an offside call. So the Beavers will decline that. They'll take the point, make it 7-0. They'll come back to the bench ready to kick it off. And our score is the Beavers 7 and the Bear Cubs nothing. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a short break right here. You're watching American River College football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Network. We are back here at Beaver Stadium, and Chris Toy, nice job by you getting a touchdown on the first drive you ever commentate on. 9 minutes and everything. So great job. We have Landon Richardson's going to kick it off. Let's take a look at the Bear Cubs, who are going to try to receive this one. Is Santa Rosa finally going to be able to get off the bench here and do a little bit of offense. I think number 17, I believe that's Eli Evans back there, as Richardson prepares to go with it. Let's see. Puts the good foot in. That's going to reach, well, it's at the goal line. Picked off here, come down the right side. Beavers get in there. Nice job by the Beavers. That is number 17, Eli Evans, who brought it back. A wide receiver gets back up to about the 25. And Chris, something that we didn't talk about in the pregame, but Stones and I talked about it a couple weeks ago. The Beavers' special teams have really been excellent this year, and they did it again right there.
They really have. Whoever their special teams coach is has just really been. I do apologize for my lack of knowledge on that one.
We'll look it up.
But he's got those guys running down the field and covering very well.
Yeah, and if you just go down and you take 9 minutes off the clock and you get a touchdown, you don't want to give a big kickoff return to the opposition. Here we go with Bobby McGovern is our quarterback, really number 16. He's got one running back. That's probably Zion Williams there. He'll hand it to Williams, who goes to the left side, cuts his way through. He'll get up to about the 24 or 25-yard line. A host of Beavers on the game. Zion Williams, the leading ball carrier with over 700 yards, averages just about 5 yards a carry.
And I saw Sean Randall, their other big threat, out on the wide receiver side, in motion, already making his presence known out there, opening things up.
Yeah, Sean Randall, one of the guys we talked about, have caught over 23 passes on the season. Eli Evans, who took the opening kickoff, leads the way with 39 receptions. Javon Scott, number 1, another guy to watch. There's another handoff up the middle. Beavers mass up at about the 28 and push the ball carrier back. So 2 runs by the Bear Cubs, and the Beavers hold pretty fast. We've got to say, I'm going to call that 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Ball is marked right around the 27-yard line.
And a great job by the Beavers defense with just that center of their line, just covering up that whole area there, not letting them get any yardage.
Yeah, one of those guys, number 90, you mentioned him earlier. Akeel Martinson's in there. Grover is also in there. Cade Millard, another one in that front 4 there. 3rd and 3. McGovern's thrown for over 1,000 yards on the season. After he took over in the game number 3, there's another run up the middle, and they're stopped at it before he gets to the 30 and pushed back. And the Beavers with a great job. And now we're going to get a penalty, throwing the running back down after the whistle was blown. And Chris, that's something we've talked about all season, is not just penalties, but penalties like that, careless penalties, and they hit you for big 15.
That they do. They had a great stop there. They had the momentum, and they just got a little too fired up, a little too excited, and let it take over. Got to have the discipline.
Exactly, absolutely. So it's a 15-yard penalty, so a great defensive stop is going to be erased by that penalty. It'll get the ball up to around the 43. I don't think the referee has really decided where he wants to put it yet. No, he's going to say 44. No, maybe 43. He's going, let's see, 29 and 15. Okay. So it's first down on the 44. Put that down at 4:30 or 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Critical penalty on the Beavers right there. Gives the Bear Cubs another shot here. 1st and 10 at the 44. Scott is in motion. He'll sit here on the right side. He is the 6 touchdowns on the season. Another handoff to Williams. He found a little bit of hole there and is hit by the Beavers. A bunch of Beavers, including number 53 on the play. that is Isaac Estacio making the play. So Estacio with the tackle right around the 48-yard line, a gain of 4 for Williams. And Scott goes out of the game. Shelvin Scott, number 1, 30 catches, 390 yards, and 6 touchdowns on the season. So he's on the sidelines for this second down play, 6 yards to go, ball on the 48. Looks like Sean Randall, you mentioned, Chris, out to the left side. They're running back. Randall will get it on a reverse, but he's got pursuit, and he's got a tackle made. Let's see, that is number
26.
Number 26 for the Beavers on
Kyle Gerganius.
Kyle Gerganius, who's been in a lot of plays, and good job on the name too, Chris. That was well done. That one baffled the Stone Man when he was doing it. Did it to me too, but whoever it is, he came up with a big play right there, a big loss all the way back to the 38-yard line.
It was great coverage too, because he was coming from the far side of the field, so he covered a lot of ground to get that tackle.
It'll be third down and the ball at the 38, so let's call that 3rd and 16 for Bobby McGovern. Has not put the ball in the air yet for the Bear Cubs. Let's see if this is the spot. He will go back. He's under pressure now. He's going to get away to the left side. Here's the Beavers closing in. A great tackle right around the 44-yard line by a pair of Beavers right there and dropping McGovern. So it'll end up with about 9 yards to go, and the Bear Cubs will have to punt.
Yeah, and that was Gavin Malloy coming across the linebacker there. It's been really kind of a utility night for Coach O, but again, showing his big hustle. He's been their leading tackler over the last couple of games as well, so showing him who's boss out there.
That's Gavin Malloy, and there's the center. It's over the punter's head. He makes a great play and gets the punt off. That's tremendous. Look out, Beavers.
Oh,
and did it hit Dutton
It
on
hit
the
number
back?
87 there.
Oh, it's 87, so that is Santa Rosa. Now we've got a fight coming up here in the back. Just a couple of guys on the special teams, feeling their oats and stuff. So could have been a disaster. Give credit to Anthony Cavillo, who's the punter, and he went up high and got that one, and then got the punt off and got it all the way down to the 35 of the Beavers. And number 87 was on the run there for Santa Rosa. That's Jackson Page. It did hit him in the back. I was afraid it was going to hit Cade Dutton of the Beavers and be a live ball, but the Beavers, the penalty just pushes them back about 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't hurt them, and they will take over at the 32-yard line with our Curry at quarterback. Torres comes out to the left along with Halem Thali, who we said we hadn't seen in a while, and he is out here again. Curry's going to look to the right, get a quick pass, but that pass is not even close to Jaden Anderson. He was trying to get it to Anderson quickly to set up that bubble screen, but the pass misfires. It brings up second down.
Well, just trying to get Anderson involved in the game. Just get his receiver involved and see if we can get things warmed up now.
Absolutely. You've got a blue chipper like Anderson, and they split 2 out to the left and kind of said, well, maybe we'll go to the left, but came back to the right. 2nd and 10, ball in the 32, 2:11 to go first quarter. 2 backs back there with a Curry, and there's a jump by Santa Rosa, but he gets back. Hand up the middle to Eastman, and he'll get maybe a yard. Maybe he's thrown back, and a couple of Bear Cubs in on the play, and it'll bring up a big third down for the Beavers. 3rd down and 9 to go.
Yeah, it was a big stop showing him who's they're not going to run through the middle all day on us.
Yeah, they did have to do that because Eastman has had a couple of big runs, as you say, through the middle, and Bear Cubs are saying, no, we're going to close that lane down. Brandon Williams, we mentioned Brandon Williams, number 45, was in there again in the middle of the Bear Cub defense. So it brings up a 3rd down on the 33. Curry's back to pass. He's got time. He's got a short pass right out here in the flat. But great job. He's trying to get away. That's Horton. He gets up to the 35, maybe the 36, but good job in there by number 7. That's Caden Holman, one of the top tacklers on the Panthers. He came up there and closed down Tim L. Horton. It'll bring up a 4th down. It'll be about 7 yards to go, so the Beavers will bring on Landon Richardson to punt.
Still managed to take a bunch of time off the clock on that drive, though, so not a totally unsuccessful drive.
Yeah, they were hoping to get the ball a couple of minutes earlier, but the penalty necessitated them having another stop. They got that stop, but not able to do anything. And I think the first down play where they misfired to Anderson kind of set the tone there. Beavers, we mentioned the special teams. They seem a little bit discombobulated on this one as Richardson is prepared to punt. He stands at his own 22. He'll strike it from the 25. Nice spiral all the way back. Fair catch signaled for by, I believe that's Javon Scott back there on about the 22-yard line. So nice punt by Landon Richardson will put the Bear Cubs in their own territory. Call it the 21-yard line. 33 seconds. To your point, Chris, the Beavers have had the ball most of the first quarter. They have the 7-0 advantage. Bear Cubs probably got to feel kind of good that they're only down 7-0.
Absolutely. I mean, given the fact that AR started out so strong, running the ball well, and it's interesting to me so far that knowing that as Santa Rosa is a pass-first team, they've run the ball almost every play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe they're trying to go against that. Maybe they want to go ahead and get Williams, as we said, about 4.5, 5 yards a carry, so he is a good running back. But the Beavers so far have shut him down. Jordan James, number 34, also in there. He is the second leading rusher, and that's held on. McGovern still has it. He's running around the left side. Beavers, good pursuit by the Beavers. Might have separated the ball. The ball is loose. Beavers jump on it. That's a turnover. McGovern has it taken away. Beavers have it on the 15.
It was number 28 on the initial tackle. Looks like he is the one that popped out loose.
That's Brandon Sanders out of Yuba City. And, there were a couple of guys that were really, when McGovern not really fleet of foot. If that was a called run, I would be a little bit surprised. And the Beavers laid it down, and that is a huge play. You're just talking about how lucky Bear Cubs would feel to still be down 7-0. That's just what they don't want to have happen. And the Beavers take it over 1st and 10, the ball on the 15. The last game we did here was a couple weeks ago against Butte. Both teams had 3 turnovers, and those just huge momentum switches here in this game. And the Beavers can kind of put an imprint on this first quarter if they can go into the end zone again. A Curry with Horton and Eastman. He's going to come back to pass. A quick shout out to the right side to Anderson, who slips, and he is dropped down there, but he gets to the 10-yard line. So call it a gain of about 5, but the quick hitter, to your point, Chris, trying to get it to Anderson's hands.
Yeah, absolutely. He's your big guy, and if you can get the ball in his hands, he can do things with it. He's certainly shown that throughout the year. So, and it's great field position to start from. Starting at the 15, they've got a definitely chance to put a stamp on this now.
Yeah, inside the 10, and then you want to get a Curry. Remember, the last time he tried that pass, he threw it wide, and that one he got kind of got a little more on target, so that had to feel good for Frank as we've got substitutions for the big guys for the Beavers.
Yeah, that's number 75, Donovan Rea, coming in, offensive lineman, big boy, of course. We're looking at kind of a jumbo package here, it's looking like.
Yeah, we've already seen a defensive lineman try to score a touchdown from the 2-yard line for the Beavers, so we're going to go ahead and let the clock run out at the end of a first quarter. Mostly all Beavers here for the first 15 minutes. They score on a Curry 1-yard run. They are knocking at the door again. Our score at the end of one quarter, Beavers 7, Bear Cubs nothing. You're watching Beaver Football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons.
Back here for second quarter action, Mark the Phantom Low, Chris Toy alongside, Riley the engineer, Logan the scoreboard guy, and some other guy who's yelling a lot. I think he's from Santa Rosa, so he's not with us. Second down, ball on the 9-yard line. Curry keeps it himself, goes up the middle. Good job by the Bear Cubs to close that down. You know, the attention you'd think Chris would go with Eastman. They didn't. They got him down at about the 6. Set up a third down and maybe 2 yards to go.
Yeah, Arcuri had a great play fake there, though, on to Eastman. And, again, he had both backs back there, and it looks like everybody bid on that fake.
Well, everybody except for the guy who waited for him to tackle him.
Well,
so, yeah. Yeah, well, you got Eastman. He's run the ball well so far, so you've got to honor that fake. And so he has got a lot of options. Got Josh Furback, the tight end, and Suggs, both tight ends to the left side. A single back. Hand off to Hakeem Anderson, who gets down inside the 5. He might have got himself a first down. Let's see where they mark it. Let's see. I think he did. Let's see. I'm trying to see the sticks, if they're moving the sticks. And
that they are. The referee just signaled first down over here.
Okay, so first down and goal to go. The ball then would be on the 4-yard line for the Beavers. So they used, we mentioned earlier, Hakeem Anderson, they've used Horton, they've used Eastman, already 3 guys, well, and a Curry, of course, with 4 guys getting carries. We might even see Eric Phillips, as we mentioned, another wide receiver converted to running back. But right now it's Horton and Eastman in the backfield with the Curry. First down and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. Beavers up 7-0. And then we're going to get maybe a too much time situation, and there's really not a lot of excuse for that for the Beavers. And it will be a 5-yard penalty for too much time.
Once again, just shooting themselves in the foot. They're making great progress, and then just mental errors.
Well, they're just you wonder why they haven't. I mean, everything was rolling. It's not like they're trying to do a trick play or anything. You know, it's ball's inside the 5-yard line. So first and goal now. Ball on the 9-yard line. They have Torres out to the right side. Curry's going to pass. He's got a fade into the corner. It's double team, goes up for it, and that catches. No, it's incomplete, out of bounds.
Beautiful effort by Anderson on that catch, though.
That's tough to do, a fade from like the 10-yard line, and a good job by the Bear Cubs as they picked that up and had another guy coming over. The safety was coming over. Anderson goes up to make the catch, but he is out of bounds and will set up a second down.
Yeah, looks like
9 yards to go. 13-12 to go in the first half. Beavers lead at 7-0. You're going to hand that one off to Horton, who got a little bit of room. A nice job. The tackle up there, number 12. It looked like number 12, Dexter Travers, was in on it again. And if he wasn't there, I think Horton might have made it in the end zone.
I think so. Trevor's been on the last 2 plays. He had that great defense against Anderson, and now he's just zoning in on that ball.
All right, so let's rank it second down. Should be third down. That's what I thought. Third down. Goal to go. Beavers have not handled it well since they got inside the 10-yard line here on this one. Curry's going to roll right. A quick throw in the corner to Torres, and he's in for the touchdown. Beavers look like they ran a rub play for Luis Torres, and Curry delivered it right on target. The touchdown is to Luis Torres, and that is his first of the season. The Beavers are up 13-0.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play. Quick out to Torres. He had some space there. Arcuri hit him right on the money. Beautiful quick 6.
Arcuri to Torres. Torres has kind of been a hero today. He's got the big 48-yard kickoff return to start the game. And the Beavers eventually took that in for 7, and now he's got the touchdown from Frank Arcuri, who throws his 5th touchdown pass of the year. Now Landon Richardson trying to put point number 14 up on the board. It looks promising, and it looks good. So, Chris, just when I thought maybe the Beavers are kind of like going to lose control over that one, as they let that one slip away, they came up with a big play.
They did. They finally went back to what they know how to do best. And, again, just efficient passes by Arcuri to his sure-handed receivers, and that'll get things back on track.
And you got the run game, so they've got to honor the run game, and you go ahead and come outside. And Curry got outside the pocket and threw. His first pass today was a little off target, but since then he's been right on target, and that one to Torres for the touchdown. So the Beavers lead at 14-0, 12:32 to go here in this first half. And now they will give the ball back to the Bear Cubs. Bear Cubs had one possession. They were 3 and out, and then they got a penalty against the Beavers, so they got another chance, went 3 and out. And then the last time they had McGovern, who tried to run the ball around the left side on the first play and was separated from the ball. The Beavers with the turnover, and eventually, after the quarter swifted to quarter number 2, they converted it on the pass from Arcuri to Torres. So Landon Richardson will do the kicking. If we've got who we've got back here for the Bear Cubs, number 1, Javon Scott. And I believe number 17, that is Eli Evans. We'll double check that. Let's see, Richardson, last kick went right to the goal line. That was a little shorter and a little higher. And it's Evans here at the 20 trying to find a hole. He gets himself back around the right side. He cuts through the middle and is tackled by number 14 of the Beavers at about the 38-yard line. That's Christopher Butters, the defensive back out of Vacaville, Willsey-Wood High School. And, Chris, that might have been a really big tackle right there.
But he definitely had some more room to run after that tackle. So they're great blocking by their special teams, opening up the lanes for him. And big save there. Big save.
You put a little bit of air into that kick, and it looked like when you do that, you guys get a little congregated on one side, and he reversed his field a little bit and picked up a good gain out to the 38. So first down, ball at the 38. McGovern, the quarterback for the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it off, going up the middle. Let's see if that was Zion Williams, number 9. It's kind of tough to see. Very small numbers here on the Bear Cubs. It is number 9, Zion Williams. He comes in 149 carries, 707 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So he is the running game basically for the Bear Cubs. And he gets 2 on that play, sets up a 2nd and 8, ball on the 40. Evans, who took the kickoff back, is split out wide to the right. Eli, the leading receiver, with 39 catches on the season and a touchdown. Jordan James, also number 34 on the field. There's McGovern. He's going to let one fly, and it is just a little bit too far, and that is excellent defense. I believe that was number 14 on that for the Beavers.
That was Butters once again.
Yeah. Christopher Butters. And, Chris, that's the play I think you've been waiting for the whole game, trying to go long.
That's exactly the one I was hoping for there. They tried to take their shot down the field. There just wasn't the separation there. Butters was all over him.
And Butters did a great thing that I don't see a lot of people do, even at the pro level. He stayed stride for stride, but he also knew where the ball was. And the ball was a little bit overthrown. McGovern showing off the arm, throwing it about 50 yards in the air, but just a little bit too far. So it brings up a 3rd down, 8 yards to go. They've got to get to the 48-yard line. Scott and Evans out to the right side. McGovern going back to pass. He's looking left. He's got time. He goes short. Ball's caught, but great job by the Beavers. That is number 42 on that play for the Beavers, and he drops the receiver after just a short gain. That's your guy, Gavin Malloy.
Yep.
Came out of there and dropped him after a gain of about 3.
Malloy found Evans right there. Again, Malloy's just all over the field, and he's really the key to watch on this defense. I mean, I know our defensive line is all over it, but that's your guy.
Malloy, a tremendous job there, and that is a gain, like I said, of 3. There's another bad snap, but Cavillo, another great kick. That's a beautiful kick.
Wow.
Beavers are going to try to run it back, though. That's Eckhart. He gets around 1. He's trying to cut it back. That's a dangerous thing to do right there. Not only is it tough to get the yardage, but you're really open to being hit and fumbling on that one. But Kobe Eckhart gets it back. And now we've got a late flag on the play. We've had late flags a couple of times here as the histrionics have gone beyond the whistle. And let's see what the call is. It could be the Beavers. If it's against the Beavers, they'll be back inside the 10-yard line, I think. And trying to see which referee. Here we go. The guy in the white hat probably has the answer for us. A dead ball, personal foul against the. He didn't really make a sign, but I think it's against the Beavers. Yeah, they're marking it off against the Beavers. He said personal foul and then kind of just moved his finger a little bit, and I couldn't really tell what he said.
He did. Big penalty, though, back to half the distance of the goal line. So they're starting deep on the, inside the 10-yard line. So they got a long way to go.
Yeah, back on the 8. Good point there. And Bear Cubs probably thinking we need something in this game, and that something would be a defensive turnover here, turning over the Beavers as we're under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Arcuri has a couple of backs both to his left. He's also got 2 wide receivers to his left as it's first down on the 8-yard line. He's going to hand off he pitches it around the left side to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, but out of bounds right there. Let's see if that was...
that was Horton there.
Taymel Horton. Thank you, Chris. Taymel Horton gets the carry. Got a little bit of room, ran out of room, but we're going to have another flag dropped at about the 17-yard line. So the Beavers may be even further back on a play that looked pretty promising.
It did. Looks like they had a shot to open things up on the ground game there.
Yeah, we're going to have a penalty against the Beavers, against Williams, I think, on a block. So it will take the Beavers back from the spot of the foul, the 16, and mark it back. I think we'll end up at the 8-yard line anyway. But, again, these referees, the math is not always working out for them. But Let's see what the call and the marking is, as he just keeps wandering, and it's going to end up being back at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line on the left hash.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go.
Now we've got a good spot to start from.
Okay, so it's first down again. Ball at the 8-yard line, so it's 1st and 10. Nice little pitch play that they ran there, but called back due to the penalty. Curry, we're going to have a
false
start there, yeah. So that'll get it back to about the 4-yard line. So the Beavers, again, Bear Cubs are looking for something to have happen, Chris, and the Beavers are in the perfect position for that to happen to them.
Well, American River's really just kind of serving it up for them at this point in time. They're, again, just shooting themselves in the foot with their own mental mistakes.
And we'll see if they can come out of it here, as we have 10:29 to go in the first half. Beavers 14, Bear Cubs nothing. Beavers on 1st and 14. Ball on the 4-yard line. Curry in the end zone to get the snap. And he'll hand it off. Got some room, and there comes up the middle at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 37-yard line. That's Zaire Eastman. And you think, Chris, that's the play they'd be waiting for, and that's the play that worked for 34 yards.
That went beautifully. It looks like everybody in Santa Rosa was expecting him to run to the other side of the field, and he had some opening there.
We might have we're going to have I think a warning on the sideline against the Beavers, I'm assuming, because the Bear Cubs don't have a lot of guys on their sideline.
No, and we were pretty exuberant there. So.
Yes, we were exuberant. Well, I was exuberant, too, as the ball got out to the 37-yard line. So a 33-yard run by Zaire Eastman, who has put a couple of nice runs together and got himself over 50 yards here in the first half. He is the leading rusher, or the second leading rusher. Nathan Crawford, as we mentioned, we have not seen so far. Zaire came in with 340 yards, so he's at about 400 yards for the season now, as the Beavers have a first down, 10 yards to go, the ball at the 37. Curry's going to pass. He's going to pass quick. Now he's going to take it himself. We got a flag coming in. We're going to have a hold, I think. So Curry looked like, do you think, Chris, it was a quick throw, or was he doing a stop and go trying to get the defensive back to bite?
I think he was just trying to get the defensive back to bite and open up Torres down the sideline here, but he didn't have time in the pocket for that after that.
And we do have a penalty on the play, so that is about the 4th penalty on this drive for the Beavers. The numbers are getting a little bit high for me. But we're going to get a 10-yard walk-off from the point of the foul, which should get it back to about the 23-yard line. Oh, they declined the penalty. Interesting. Declined the penalty. I would be inclined to take the penalty to push him back 10 more yards. But they declined it. It's 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Ball in the 37. There's the handoff again to Eastman. This time the Bear Cubs are ready. And that's number 12 again. That's Dexter Travers comes in, Chris, and we've said his name a couple times. Another good play.
Absolutely. Again, he's zeroed in on wherever that ball is today, whether it's in the air, he's out there playing great coverage. Otherwise, he's just following it on the run side.
3rd down now, 14 yards to go from about the 38-yard line. And Eastman has had a couple of successful runs, but Dexter Travers made sure that was not another one, as we go under 9 minutes in the first half. And the Beavers facing 14 yards to go here on 3rd down. They've split a wide receiver left and right. They've had trouble. Curry's had some pressure when he's tried to pass earlier. He gets that one away, but that is a tough call. That was good defense by number 2. That's Dante Antonini, who was right in front of that. And Chris, I think you said what we were all saying, which is that looked like an interception in the making.
It really did. Antonini was just all over that one as well. Read that route perfectly. That's one of the things that I was watching over the last couple of weeks with Santa Rosa is their cornerbacks are very, very good. Kai Dukes had himself an interception last week, as well as we've got number 2 out there, Antonini, doing the great work as well.
Antonini 3rd on the team in tackles and came up with a nice pass breakup right there and almost an interception. So it's Landon Richardson punting. He'll strike it from about his 20. Line of scrimmage is the 32. It's a pretty decent kick, but it's going to come down at about the 36 and hit right on the back of one of the Beavers.
Yeah, number 17 kind of took that one right up between the numbers there.
Yeah, Jackson Malbrough out of Del Oro High School. He was defending against the run back, and he unfortunately got the ball in his rear end. So there you go. I guess that's touching it. I guess that's downing the ball.
That's one way to do it.
Extreme version of downing the ball at about the 36. First down for the Bear Cubs. Here comes Bobby McGovern back out here with the running back, Zion Williams. They haven't got the ball to Javon Scott yet, which is surprising. They haven't been able to get the ball really to anybody yet, which is a credit to the Beavers defense. But let's see if that's what the want to do. There's a handoff, and Beavers are right there in the backfield again, and eventually dropping the ball carrier for a loss of about 2.
And that was number 28 on the tackle there. Brandon Sanders coming in from the edge.
Said his name a couple of times too, and he's going to be responsible for a loss of about 3 yards, maybe 3.5. So it'll set up 2nd and 13. And I think the Bear Cubs thought the Beavers were thinking they'll pass, and they thought maybe change the tune on them and handed the ball off. But the Beavers right there, and Brandon Sanders foremost among them. He's a sophomore out of Yuba City, and he's been in a couple of big plays. Here's the Bear Cubs splitting 3 now out to the left side, including Joseph Campbell. There goes Scott back in motion to reset on the right side. So 2 by 2 for the Bear Cubs, and McGovern, who looks left and throws it right away. Beavers are on it. That's Campbell on the reception, and he is dropped after a gain right back about to the original line of scrimmage. And we saw that on the other side, Antonini reacting quickly. That time, Chris, it was the Beavers reacting quickly.
That was number 6, Jamari Gentry. Quick on the ball, quick on the tackle, saw the play, and was right on top of it.
Good play by Gentry for the Beavers. It brings up a 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Gentry out of Santa Rosa, ironically, Cardinal Newman High School. So McGovern sends 2 out to the right. He's got 2 to the left. He's on the left hash, and there goes Scott in motion to reset on the right. So it looks like it's a little bit thin for the Beavers defensively on that right side. Now we're going to get a flag. Maybe it took a little too much time. See, now I never understood how come referee. He's the referee with the white hat called it. So just go and tell us it's a false start. There we go. You don't need, and I understand if the guy on the sideline has to tell the guy who's going to talk what it is, but if the guy who's talking is the one who throws the flag, he knows what it is.
Yeah, he doesn't
Why are
need
you
to
talking
confirm
with
with
anybody? Don't talk to anybody. It's okay, stand up for yourself, sir. You have the white cap on. Make it 3rd and 14, ball in the 32 now. And again, to the short side, they've got 2 receivers, 2 to the wide side, and Scott reassembles over to the right side. So same setup as we had on the previous play. They're trying to put some pressure, gets the ball away, looking for Evans, and we're going to get a foul on the Beavers. It's going to be Cade Dutton. I think he's going to be called for some illegal contact. Let's see what the call is. The flag went out right after Evans tried to get around Dutton and kind of knocked off stride. So we'll see what the call is. But again, Chris, we've said it a couple of times, penalties really biting the Beavers in the back, even though they lead at 14-0.
They really are. They could have opened this game up a lot more if they haven't been shooting themselves in the foot so much.
It's a pass interference. Will be a 15-yard mark-off, I believe, for the Bear Cubs.
I think that one was a result of Dutton just running stride for stride with the receiver, though. Again, Ewan is running out there quickly, and Dutton's on top of it.
Yeah. It looked like maybe he tried to get around him and stumbled or something. But it's a first down nonetheless. And the Bear Cubs now at the 48-yard line, their own 48, 1st and 10, 6:35 to go. We're going to get a timeout, it looks like, from the Bear Cubs. So with 6:35 to go in our first half, our score, American River College Beavers 14, Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs nothing. You're watching American River College football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Back here at Beaver Stadium, Mark the Phantom Low, along with Chris Toy, Roddy the engineer on duty, Logan the scoreboard guy on duty, and the Beavers on duty here at 14-0, 6:35 to go. 1st and 10 for the Bear Cubs after the pass interference penalty against AR. Beavers showing some pressure here, and they're going to bring A couple. McGovern rolls out to his right. He's got a guy, and that throw looks like it was trapped and is incomplete at about the 42-yard line. So McGovern so far, Chris, not really on target with the throws.
No, he's having a tough time. He was trying to hit Joseph Campbell there, number 14. Just the timing is off, and didn't get enough underneath that one.
Campbell has 25 catches on the season, also has one today, so make that 26. But that time, the throw, as Chris said, a little bit too short for McGovern. Rolling right, had a little bit of pressure from the Beavers. Might take a little bit of credit for that. So it's second down. 10 yards to go. Evans goes to the right. Randall is tight here on the left side. They're going to hand that one off to Williams. Has a little bit of room. He's grabbed from behind by Martinson, and he ends up at about the 48 and a whole big jumble of ball players. But number 90, Akil Martinson, almost made the play by himself, but he slowed him down enough and got some help.
Looks like Tremaine Brown was in on that tackle as well. He's coming
Brown,
off for a little rest on this play here.
Brown has been a stalwart all season long. Wearing number 97. He is tied for the team lead with Colin Bray, 4.5 sacks on the season. Third down, 4 yards to go. They've got to get to about the 43, so pass or run at their fingertips. Scott goes in to the right hash. One-on-one. They're going to go to Scott quickly. He gets the catch. Beavers close it down and don't allow the first down. That is a fantastic play by the Beavers defensive back. And a gain of about 2 brings up fourth down.
That was Takahashi.
Yeah, Takai.
I'll get that one eventually.
That's
Takahashi.
Okay.
There
He's
it is.
An impressive player, and he's third on the team, I think, in tackles, whereas number 27. But, yeah, that was a great tackle. And the Bear Cubs, kind of surprisingly, Chris, I think are going to punt this one. At least they're lined up to punt it. It's fourth down, just 2 yards to go here with 5:09 to go. There's Cavillo. Nice punt, directional punt, fair catch called for by the Beavers and made at the 20. So I'm really surprised by the fact they didn't go for that.
I am as well, but at the same time, and just kind of looking back, Cavillo is one of their weapons, really. He's a tremendous punter. He handles all of their kicking duties, and he's good for a couple hundred yards of punting every game.
Well,
so the idea of putting the Beavers back a little bit and making them work for it is.
Well, to your point, I mean, they had the ball at the 42. His average is 35, so if he puts it down inside the 10, I see what you're talking about, or even inside the 15, but he actually got it down to the 20, so the Beavers are kind of breathing a sigh of relief on that one. That one could have gone badly, and they will take over first and 10, ball in the 20 with 5:03 to go here in the first half. Renka Curry has been the quarterback all the way through, and he is going to pitch it out on the right side. Tough pitch out, handled by number 18, I think that's
Eric Peters.
Eric Phillips.
Or Phillips.
Eric Phillips has taken it. We talked about the fact that he is probably going to get some run. He got some there on a pitch out that I think didn't do him any favors, though. It was a little bit too high, and he didn't really catch it in stride. That will bring up a second down. They're going to say that he lost 2 yards. So 2nd and 12. Ball on the 19-yard line of the Beavers. High snap, and that one, Curry's going to keep it, and he is dropped right about the 20-yard line. So, Chris, we're having trouble snapping the ball back, and then I think it's got the offense about a half step off.
It seems that they are having a little bit of issues with their timing again. They've been jumping off sides a couple times today, and now they're having some issues with the exchange.
Absolutely. Halim Thali comes in again. The wide receiver out of Laguna Creek High School down in Elk Grove, just a freshman, 10 catches on the season. He'll split way out to the left. Luis Torres, who has a touchdown catch today, goes over there with him. Jaden Anderson is on the right side, defended by Kai Dukes, who Chris mentioned. And here goes Anderson, and they're going to have a flag on the play quickly before anything can actually happen. I think that he was looking, Chris, to your point, he was looking to Anderson out here, but the flag came down. We've got a false start against the Beavers, and that'll push them back 5 more yards, bring up a 3rd and 16. And again, the Bear Cubs, maybe they're playing that field position game, and the way it's going out right now, they make the right call, because if they can stop the Beavers on this one, they'll probably get field position at about the 50-yard line. So that probably was in the back of their mind when they made their call to punt on 4th down. 3:35 to go. Beavers 3rd and 16. They've got to get all the way up to the 31-yard line. Curry back to pass. He's got time. He's going to let it fly, but he's got defenders all over the place. And again, he's trying to get it to Anderson, Chris, and they are, as we talked about in the pregame, they've got a couple of defenders on Jaden Anderson.
That they did, and that time Kalen Baker, number 21, the linebacker for the Bear Cubs, was just right in his face. He had no chance at an accurate throw there.
Yeah, and then they're double covered on Anderson down here, had to fit it into a very narrow window. So Bear Cubs know what they're doing. They come out with after the punt and really shut down the Beavers on a couple of runs and an incomplete pass. And that means Landon Richardson will come out. He'll be kicking the ball from about his own 3-yard line. And at the 50-yard line, as we said, if they can get the field position, play the field position game, the Bear Cubs trying to get it about the 50-yard line with 3:23 to go here in the first half. Snap is back. It's clean. Richardson connects, but it's a shortish kick back to about the 44, and a fair catch is called for by Javon Scott at the 44. So, Chris, a joke's on me because they punted the ball away and ended up with it back right about the part that they punted it from.
Yeah, that was the spot I was thinking. They basically just exchanged a quick little drive there and start over again at the same spot.
Yeah, 3:17 to go, and I think, if you're the Bear Cubs, you're sitting here, we've got to come up with some points. And if you're the Beavers, you're like, this one drive, we stop on this one drive, and that'll take us into the half. So let's see if the Bear Cubs try to attack through the air. They have a little bit recently, really haven't connected on much. And then when they did, the Beavers have been right there. Scott in motion. He has one reception on the day. McGovern in the shotgun. He'll quickly get it out to Scott. The Beavers try to close it down. He gets around the first guy, tumbles it down the sidelines, and looked like about a first down for the Bear Cubs.
And that was actually number 3, Sean Randall, that took that catch there. Great speed. He's been all over the place the last couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, that's his 24th catch of the season. Randall, one of 5 guys, as we mentioned, with at least 23 catches on the season, and that time he turned it into a first down ball at the 31-yard line. Two to the left, 2 to the right for the Bear Cubs. Quick throw, and the Beavers jump in there and almost pick it off. Just read that one perfectly, and the Beavers came in with it. Ends up being an interception. It could have been 6 points the other way.
Yeah, that was Brent Green, number 35, jumped that play, and I think it came on him so quickly he just didn't know what to do with it because he saw green grass right in front of him and an end zone just about 60 yards away with his name on it.
With his name on it, the sophomore out of Dixon High down in Dixon, California, came up, and he was in the mind of Bobby McGovern on that one because he knew exactly where that ball was going. Brings up second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 31-yard line. 2:46 to go, first half. There goes Williams up the middle. He's got a hole this time, and he's got bounced off 1, bounced off 2. He's finally wrestled down inside the 10-yard line.
That was a tremendous run.
So Williams' best run, he got it for the first time almost. He got a hole, and when he was hit by a couple of Beavers who've been really tackling well today, Williams just bounced right off.
That he did. He was a man on a mission there.
At the 10-yard line, it'll be first and goal right at the 10. 2:25 to go here in the first half, and the Bear Cubs are threatening to pull within 7 here against the Beavers, who lead at 14-0. Again, Williams, and this time the right side, trying to pick his way through. The Beavers stack it up, and Williams gets through the stack, gets into the end zone, a 10-yard run for Zion Williams, and all of a sudden we've got a 14-6 ball game out here at Beaver Stadium.
That was a tremendous run. That surprised all of us because he just kind of ended up in that big pile and then squirted right on through into the end zone.
Yeah, like on one of those water slides where you go around, all of a sudden they just shoot you out the bottom. Well, they shot him into the end zone and give Williams his 8th touchdown of the season and give the Beavers 6 points, and Cavill will come out to try the extra point. He is 19 of 19 on these such tries here this season. Puts the right foot up there, drills it up, and drills it through. So just that quickly, they play the field position game, Chris, and it turns out perfectly for the Bear Cubs, and they pulled out something they haven't had all game long, which is successful runs.
That's very true, and again, from a team known for its passing, it's been a real nice surprise for us.
Yeah, and you've got Williams, who has over 700 yards, so obviously he's a talented runner, and with the defense is probably fixated on a pass, he gets a little bit of room to maneuver, but so far they haven't been able to pass, and he still was able to get a couple of really good runs, including the 10-yard touchdown, but the run before that was really impressive when he bounced off about 3 Beavers who have been, like I say, been tackling very well today. And Williams made the play, and it's cut us down to 14-7. Leaves the Beavers 2:12 to go, and kind of have to get out of their own way on offense is the thing that I've been seeing.
They do. I think they need to change the momentum for themselves, especially coming into the end of this half, because we know the Bear Cubs are getting the ball back to start the second half. They're coming off a touchdown here, so if they have a defensive stand, they're taking the momentum with them. It's time for the Beavers to do it.
Here goes the Beavers at about the 3. That is Jane Anderson. He's out to the right side to the 30, 35, 40, 45, and he's out to the 48-yard line. Very popular place for Beavers to return kicks so far. It's exactly where Luis Torres took the opening kick. And that time Anderson, we see what he can do when he has the ball in his hands. He just took off to the right. It wasn't anything really intricate or anything. He just took off to the right and ran to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, he was just faster than everybody else on that side of the field.
Make it the 47-yard line, so there goes my whole comparison. But that's okay. It's close enough. First down on the 47-yard line, 2:04 to go here for the Beavers, who, as we said, has kind of been a neutral since the touchdown pass to Torres earlier in the second quarter. And they've been getting the yellow flags. The laundry's been coming out. Curry is looking to, he's going to dish it off to Eastman. That one is well covered, though, by the Bear Cubs. Going to have a gain of about 2 yards or so, but really well closed down by the Bear Cubs. I think that was Ivan Robledo, the sophomore out of St. Helena. The leading tackler on the Bear Cubs comes in and drops him.
Kai Dukes was also on there. Again, both the two of them just in the last couple of weeks have really been holding up the defense.
Got the 2-minute timeout. I forgot it. Every time we do a game, I forget we have the 2-minute timeout. So let's look, Chris Stoy here with me, Mark the Phantom Lowe, Riley the engineer also, and Logan on the scoreboard for us here from Beaver Stadium. We started out with the Beavers taking the first drive. It took them 9 minutes. They converted 7-0. Then we had traded possessions a couple of times. Beavers eventually ended up and turned a turnover into a touchdown pass to Luis Torres. Bear Cubs waking up here at the end of the second quarter with a nice drive keyed by Williams. A couple of real nice runs, and it's 14-7. Beavers threatening here, ball at the midfield. So, Chris, your main takeaway from what we've seen so far the first 2 quarters?
You know, it's been a tremendous effort on both teams. Obviously, my biggest issue is with the Beavers and their penalties.
Yeah.
You know, they really could have. They put together a great game plan today. They've been playing hard, but they've been hurting themselves.
Yeah, we had a pass interference. We had a roughing, a personal foul that cost them 15 yards on the defense earlier, and really hitting themselves. And then offensively, they haven't really been able to execute that smoothly, especially here in the second quarter. But they've got it. Second down, 8 yards to go, ball on the 49-yard line. Going to be our Curry. He's going to pitch it out to Horton. But, boy, I'll tell you, the Bear Cubs, they have been all over that one. It looked like number 6, Kyron Davis, was part of the defensive alignment, Chris. But the Bear Cubs feeling them out a little bit on defense now.
They are. I think they're starting to understand what the game plan is here for the Beavers and who they're trying to get the ball to. That one just seemed to be a little too cute. Too many handoffs, too many fakes involved there, and we ended up in negative yardage.
We've seen that a couple of times with the Beavers, that option play. They had a fumble earlier, which fortunately for the Beavers turned out to be a penalty on the play near the goal line. But they've had trouble executing that option play for any success. So that brings up 3rd and 11, still 1:10 to go here in the quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bear Cubs take a timeout. If they're able to stop him, they're going to end up throwing it to Horton over here in the right flat, and Anderson got double coverage again. I think he was the intended receiver. It's incomplete, and with 1:03 to go, the Bear Cubs are going to get the ball back, Chris, here in the second quarter.
That they are. There's that momentum shift. We thought we might have been able to hold it off with that tremendous run back by Anderson on the kickoff, but you know, once again, the Beavers couldn't get anything going in offense in this time, and leaves the door open for the Bearcats.
Scott back to receive the returns. He is wearing number 1. Landon Richardson will be, he's had a couple of punts here. Landon, 34.8 yards a punt. And he will strike this one from about his 35. And it's going to hit the ground and roll. And the Beavers are all over it, and they're going to corral it and down it at about the 1-yard line. Great job, but it's one thing we said, Chris, special teams, and they stepped up really big right here because you didn't want to let the Bear Cubs get anything going, and they're going to have to go 99 yards.
That they are. That was, once again, tremendous coverage. way to keep your eye on the ball there. And didn't hit their own player this time, so that's always helpful.
Yeah, and he didn't. He let it roll, and you worry about when they let it roll. You say, well, don't let it roll too much. And came back and was waiting for it, made the play, looked around. Heels weren't on the line. Everything was looking good. So let's see how the Bear Cubs want to attack this. You'd think maybe they give the ball to Williams, try to run if they get a big play. Maybe they do something. They've got 2 timeouts remaining, so they do have those in their pocket. Maybe you go ahead and just try the big. We've seen the long pass a couple of times, once to Scott and once to Evans. So let's see how they attack it. McGovern in the end zone. He's going to go ahead and hold on to it himself, and the Beavers are all over that. And I think we've got a safety. What a play. Number 27, I believe that's number 27.
Takahashi.
There's
Takahashi again.
Takahashi, and he'll say his name as many times as you need to until you get it right, because he came in and made the play. And Chris, we've seen that play. McGovern runs the ball to his left, and it hasn't worked. The first time it was a fumble, and that time Takahashi closed before he can even get out of the end zone.
Just so fast.
Incredible play by Takahashi. Fantastic play, and turns that momentum that you're so excited about right around. Makes it 16-7 in favor of the Beavers, and now the Bear Cubs will have to kick off from their own 20, and the Beavers, we get one of those nice kicker returns. Who knows what they can do, but man, that was lightning striking.
It was.
We got to make a good nickname up for him so you don't have to say his name anymore. Just call him Lightning or something, and that way you don't have to say Takahashi anymore. But what a play that was. And the Beavers, let's assume it's going to 16-7. They go in the locker room. They'll have plenty to talk about to improve, but man, they've had a couple of tremendous efforts here, especially on the defensive side, to put up this 9-point lead. So the Bear Cubs will have to kick it, either punt it or place kick, and I think you can do either one. They're going to place kick it with Cavill. And the Beavers were thinking about what they're going to do, and they're going to send Jaden Anderson back along with Luis Torres. 48 seconds to go here in the first half. Villa strikes it. That's going to come down at about the 32-yard line. That's Anderson to the 36. Goes back, cuts it back at the 45, at the 47-yard line. So the Beavers, very familiar territory after kicks right between the 45 and the 50, Chris, with 44 seconds to go. You're just looking for a Curry to put the ball in the air. What do you think?
I mean, I would love to see them go for some extra points here, especially given the fact that the Bear Cubs are getting the ball back in the second half. But I'm afraid, there's always the argument for a conservative play call here and just to kind of run out the clock.
Well, I mean, and really since the Torres touchdown earlier in the quarter, really haven't done much offensively. You don't want to turn the ball back over, but a long pass at turnover wouldn't probably be that bad anyway. So let's see. Now, Anderson's their deep threat. He has been bracketed by the Bear Cubs for most of the first half. 3 out to the left of Curry. He's going to pull it down and sling it out to the right side. I think he was looking for Jaden Anderson, but the ball is thrown short. And a good job defensively, again, by the Bear Cubs.
Yeah, that's Antonini once again all over the ball, and
your guy Kai Dukes was also
there.
There. Yeah, they were all over. And it seems like they really have done their scouting reports, and they know Jaden Anderson is the guy they want to key on. So it's second down. 39 seconds to go here in the first half. Beavers up 16-7 over the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. Here from Beaver Stadium, McCurry back to pass. He's going to go up the middle and make the completion, but right there is number 18 for the Bear Cubs making the tackle.
And it looks like Elijah Gutierrez is getting involved today.
First catch for Gutierrez. Ivan Robledo, the leading tackler for the Bear Cubs, knocked him down right away. And I think Elijah's going, if you're just going to use me for one play, I'd rather you didn't get me hit in the back right away, right after I catch the ball. 31 seconds to go. Timeout is called on the field. See, it's going to be the Beavers' timeout, it looks like. And they'll have a third down, about 7 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line after that short gain as Gutierrez. So we've seen about, 4 or 5 running backs cycled in for the Beavers. They've used them for running. They've used them for receiving, used them for all kinds of stuff. And Curry really hasn't felt real comfortable, at least it seems to me, in the pass game so far.
I'd have to agree. Again, the Bear Cubs have been putting in a heck of a rush, and they're speeding up his timing, and then their coverage in the defensive backfield has been outstanding, especially taking away the primary target of Anderson.
Yeah, they have, I guess, 5 players with at least 2 sacks on their defense, and so they're not any stranger to bringing pressure. And with Dukes and the other guy, Antonini, and the rest of them in the backfield, that's a pretty good defense out there for the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. So the Beavers have a 3rd down, 7 yards to go, ball on the 49-yard line of American River. Looks like some pressure coming from the Bear Cubs. Beavers are going to got an open receiver. Torres, did he make the catch? What a play that is by Luis Torres.
Beautiful
Spins
catch.
around, pivots, catches it with one hand, and that ball is on the 33-yard line. Torres has had a heck of a first half, first down Beavers. Luis with 14 catches before today, but he's got a great kickoff return. He's got a touchdown catch, and he has a highlight catch right there. And Zaire Eastman comes back in for Akeem Anderson. The Beavers have 26 seconds. And remember, Landon Richardson has had, I think he had a 46-yard field goal as his furthest. So, I mean, another first down perhaps, and he will maybe be in range as Curry goes back to pass. He's got pressure, gets a little screen pass out there to Eastman. Gets at the 25, the 20, and Eastman is down at the 20-yard line, and I think the Beavers will call another timeout right now with 18 seconds left to go. So good job by Curry to pick up the, yes, they're going to call a timeout. When they go up to snap the ball, the referee calls the timeout, and with 18 seconds to go, the Beavers, Chris, with 2 pretty impressive pass plays there, which we haven't seen a lot of in this first half.
No, but again, they're trying to get things going, and I think they said, you know what, let's just put the foot down and let's see what we can score here at the end of the half.
When you score at the end of a half like this with limited time, usually you got one big play that sets you up, and it was the Torres catch to get that first down, and then a tremendous call as far as, I don't know if that was the call, but it ended up being a screen pass to Eastman, and he had a lot of room on the left side of the field and got it down to, looks like right on the 20-yard line. It is first down and 10 yards to go. 18 seconds to go. They do, I believe, still have one timeout. I think that was their second timeout. Let's kind of make sure on the scoreboard here. The scoreboard's making, yeah, we have one timeout left for the Beavers. So if they do want to get down, they can use the middle of the field and still have Landon Richardson. But, you know, they're not thinking 3 now. They're probably thinking 6.
No, I definitely think they're thinking 6 with these plays. And again, that was one that the play design opened up that middle of the field for the short pass and pulled all those defensive backs outside.
So let's see what we've got. We've got 3 to the right, 3 wide receivers to the right. I think that's Akeem Anderson in the backfield with Frank Akuri, the sophomore out of Monterey Trail High School. He's going to look to the right. He's going to throw to the right. He's caught by Torres at the 10, cuts inside the 5, stays up. Did he stay up? No, his knee hit the ground at the 5-yard line.
That was very close, but a great execution there. And that was Akeem Anderson in the backfield, picked up a great block to open up that pass for Akiri.
So let's see if the Beavers take their last timeout. They do. That was an interesting route, Chris, because they had 3 to the right side. When the ball was thrown, you thought it was going to one guy, and it went over his head almost to Luis Torres, who, as we said, is having a heck of a first half, and the ball is on the 5-yard line. So now you got 12 seconds, but you're out of timeouts. We've seen them try to throw the fade to Anderson before. If you do something in the middle of the field, you might not be able to get it stopped to go ahead and try for that field goal. So you've got to go ahead and sit there and really figure out what kind of play you want to call right here.
I think with no timeouts and the time on the clock, you got to at least try one shot at it for the end zone, and then you leave it up to your kicker.
Yeah, well, you've got a first down, and to your point, you can try it. If you're going to go into the end zone, you can probably have time for 2 or 3 plays if you're going to go into the end zone. But that's a tough call right there. And you don't want any penalties down here to push you back. But we're on the right hash, first down and goal to go. Ball on the 5-yard line, 12 seconds to go first half. This quarter really took a turn. It was 14-7. Beavers and the Bear Cubs had the ball, and then a safety. And now the Beavers are threatening, and Curry's going to throw that one away. Smart move by the quarterback as he was under pressure from Brendan Williams, number 45, and decided to just throw it away. Now 7 seconds. Now it's a little bit iffy. Now it's really iffy because all of a sudden you get crazy and you want to throw the ball around, you run the time off. So the Beavers are doing, I think, the prudent thing here. They're going to bring in Landon Richardson, and he'll have himself about a 22-yard field goal. We set up right on the right hash mark.
I think this is the smart thing to do at this point in time. Just get the points on the board. Like you said, you don't want to make any mistakes.
And let's face it, those are found points, really, because you had the safety, and then if you run back, you've got a couple of nice plays to get yourself in position. Let's see if they can capitalize here with Richardson, the 22-yarder. It's up. It is good. So good pressure in there. Got to give credit number 2. That was Dante Antonini. He got in there and almost got a left hand on that thing. But Richardson puts it through. That has landed the 9th field goal of the season. And the Beavers looked like it was they were going to try to scramble to go into the to halftime ahead 14-7. All of a sudden now it's 19-7.
It's a great turn of events. And again, all hinging on that defensive play.
Yeah.
Takahashi doing the thing.
And I don't think that the Santa Rosa is going to run that quarterback run to the left side anymore today because it really hasn't worked out for them. Once they got separated from the ball and once they got a safety. So that I take that one out of the playbook.
I would decide to practice that one next time and work on it next week.
I'm not even working on it anymore. I'm going, sometimes it's just not a good idea, and we're just going to put it away. So Richardson will come out to kick off for the Beavers, and I'm thinking he'll probably try to drop it right about in the middle of the field. You don't want a run back. You've got Evans and you've got Scott. Both are big play threats back there. We've already seen Evans have a real good return on one of them. So the Beavers, I think we have a different kicker. Not Richardson. I think that is.
That looks like to be number 48.
Yeah, Alex Hensley out of Oak Ridge is going to do the kicking. I think he has done some kicking earlier, so this is not. He splits the kickoff duties. Alec is a freshman out of Oak Ridge, and here we go. He's putting it a nice little right across the ground, picked up by Evans. Up at the 25. He got right through the middle. The Beavers are going to have to try to knock him down. They do after he gets over the 50-yard line. Actually, that was number 5, Kai Dukes, with the kickoff return. Dropped at the 48-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. Our score as we go to halftime: American River College 19, Santa Rosa Junior College 7. We're going to take a little halftime break. Be back with our halftime show in just a minute. You're watching American River College football presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor? Oh, crap. Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run away.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't know.
That
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run
respond.
away.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause I
Generally,
know
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Lincoln
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Halftime of the Beavers and the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. Beavers on top 19-7. Mark the Phantom Low here with you, along with Chris Toy, Logan the scoreboard operator, and Riley the engineer. And Chris Toy, a couple of numbers we learned from the halftime statistics. The Beavers outgaining the Bear Cubs from 180 to about 62. And also the time of possession, Beavers doubling up 20 minutes to 10. But I'm asking you, if you're in the locker room with Coach O and the Beavers, what do you think he's saying to his team?
I think he's going to say that we need to keep that time of possession on our side of the ball, keep the Bear Cubs off the field. We want to just keep spreading the ball around, run that ball as much as we can, but also, again, surprisingly, we had 16 passing attempts in the first half, which is normally a full game for us. So.
Absolutely. The number I think that's too high is the penalties. I think he's probably going to talk to him a little bit about, first of all, good job. You guys, good job. You had 14-7. We got really 5 found points at the end of the first half we didn't think we were going to get. But on the other hand, you probably gave them 60 or 75 yards they didn't need to have with penalties, and a lot of them either execution penalties or emotion penalties.
Absolutely, and we got to keep that. We got to keep the laundry off the field, as they say. We stick to the game plan. We follow our leader of our Curie on the line. Watch those false starts. Wait for the ball to be snapped. And on the defensive side of the ball, play hard, play aggressive, but don't let your emotions get involved in the game. Yeah,
we give credit to Takai Takahashi, who knifed through and got that safety on Bobby McGovern to make it 16-7, and then the late field goal for the Beavers made it 19-7. We talked in our pregame about Curry, whether he was going to, what his ratio was going to be to running to passing, because he's been a running quarterback, and then last week threw the 3 touchdown passes against Sierra. So are you a little surprised? I know we talked about the 16 passes. A little surprised to see that many times the ball in the air?
I am, actually. And again, but the other side of that, it's been nice to watch him hand the ball off a little bit more, not try and count on him on his own legs to do the work. Now, granted, Eastman's been tearing it up, running through the middle. But at the same time, the few times that Arcuri's tried to take it himself, he's gained a few yards, but he's had a struggle on his own today, and it's better for him at this point to depend on his guys, I think.
No, a really good point, because we've seen that option play be successful for him in weeks gone by. Not really as successful today, and not really. We've had a couple of times where the snap from center has been a little bit off too, and that's thrown him off. But yeah, that option play hasn't been as clean as it has before. So we did also talk about Jaden Anderson in the beginning in the pregame, and we talked about, well, hey, if they're really keying on him, what are we going to do? Well, they have been keying on Jaden Anderson, and Curry actually is still trying to get the ball to his playmaker, which is what you want to do. We haven't seen, to your point, the tight ends utilized yet.
No, we haven't, but we have seen Torres stepping up on the other side of the field, so that's been nice. Well, the Bear Cubs have been bracketing and doubling Anderson, it has opened up the opportunity for Torres. So
that's a tremendous point. I'm glad you made that. Torres, who opened it up with a 48-yard kickoff return to open the game, then end up with a touchdown catch from McCurry at 10 yards for the second touchdown. Also made a tremendous catch, a one-handed grab across the sidelines to keep that last drive going and get the Beavers actually the 3 points. So great point on your part with Torres, but I think they'll probably have to kind of you'd like to see him maybe try that one of the tight ends. They bring the tight ends in to block. We saw Braden Grover, the huge defensive lineman, carry down the goal line, which I was a little bit squeamish about. I got to be honest. Yeah, it makes sense to get a guy 315 pounds and get some forward momentum, but once they stop him up, I really think it's a lineman doesn't really know how to protect the ball in all those scrums there. So I was a little squeamish on that one.
I can understand that, but it brings us back to the days of the fridge. You know,
it does. Oh, absolutely. The fridge was the man. I mean, I think that was. I'm sure somebody before I think about 1985. Somebody before that probably ran the ball as a defensive tackle, but it's not in recorded history.
No.
And I was around, so I would know. And the fridge trying to make that popular, and that's the thing. You give it to a guy, you think so, but those guys aren't used to carrying the ball. Ended up okay because the Beavers were the beneficiaries of some penalties on the Bear Cubs early on in the first quarter of this one, but then basically for the rest of the first half, it was the Beavers committing the most infractions and being penalized and losing a lot of ground and maybe some points because of it. So, but they come out here with a 19-7 lead, and they will go out, as you pointed out, the Bear Cubs will have the ball to start the second half. Wanted to mention before we go to a short break a couple of scores from the conference. Sierra is all over Shasta at halftime, 24-7. Beavers beat Sierra last week, 21-18. And a surprise at halftime at Butte up in Orville, Redwoods leads the Butte Roadrunners. That score is 10-7. So we got just about a minute or so to go before they start the second half. We'll take a short break and be back with you. Beavers on top, 19-7.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Just about ready for second half action in Beaver Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low. Chris Toy is with me. Beavers on top 19-7. They will be kicking off to start the second half. It is Alumni Day for the Beavers. We've got a band on site. We had a live rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, which was sensational, Chris. I must say that. So there's a little festive atmosphere here. The Beavers have won 2 of their last 3. The only loss was that double overtime loss here a couple weeks ago to Butte, the Roadrunners, number 3 in the state. So no harm with the loss to them, but you want to go ahead and grab it now. As we mentioned, the Roadrunners on the short end of the stick against Redwoods so far, 10-7. Beavers will finish their season at Redwoods next Saturday. They'd like to go in there, Chris, with a 3-1 conference record.
Absolutely. Again, I've talked about momentum multiple times today, and there's momentum in all aspects, and to keep winning games is a good way to take it into the end of the season.
Absolutely. Beavers 0-5 in preseason, but they have 6 losses on the season. All 6 are to teams ranked in the top 16 in the state. So, I mean, strength of schedule is a little bit crazy for your Beavers, as they have lost to number 3, Butte. They've lost to number 4, San Mateo, number 8, Diablo Valley, number 10, Sequoia, and as we mentioned, Fresno, and number 12, which actually right now kind of eludes me, but I'll think of it in a minute. So, Modesto is the other one, the Pirates. So here we go. Hensley again with the kickoff, and we are underway. And that one, he put the boot on that one. And it'll bounce at the 12 and bounce out of bounds. And so that's going to end up being a penalty. And, Chris, we talked about penalties. You don't want to start the second half with one on the kickoff.
No, that was a tough one, though. And as they say, sometimes the ball bounces the wrong way. And that was just one of those, because it was a great kick there by Richardson. But
that was Hemsley on that kick. Yeah, he put it a little bit too close to the left side. But as your point, if it bounces straight up, it's a really great kick because the guy's not going to be able to return it. It'll end up being at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Bear Cubs as they start this second half. 62 yards, 4 of 7 passing for the Bear Cubs, and we've seen bigger numbers from them. They average over 200 yards a game in the air. And so Bobby McGovern comes out. He's got Zion Williams right next to him. 2 wide receivers to the left. There goes Jordan Jones out there to the left, and the handoff is to Williams, cutting through the right side, right up in the middle. He's got some room at the 40, 45, bounces off another. He'll end up at the 47-yard line, an impressive first down run for the Bear Cubs.
And that was number 28 once again, trying to bring him down, Brandon Sanders. Big tackle there.
Sanders and Isaac Estacio also in there, the freshman out of Intercom, but a good run and a first down for Zion Williams. Bounced off a couple of tackles up the middle of the field. There goes Scott, going to set up to the left side. 3 to the left side, and there is a handoff again to Williams, and the Beavers are trying to string it out, and they do, and they're going to knock him out of bounds right around the 49-yard line. Looked like number 26, Kyle Gurganius, up there to force that one, the freshman out of Intercom, and a good play on first down for the Beavers. See where they mark it. They're actually going to give him a yard or 2 further than I gave him, but I am biased, so that's okay. A gain of 3 then, 2nd and 7. Ball right at the 50. Now he moves it to the 49. Come on, ref.
That's very generous.
Yeah, he did. I think he heard me say that, and he said, I'm going to give him 1 more yard. Gets it down to the 49, so it's 2nd and 6. Jeez. Beavers showing some pressure. There's a handoff to Williams. Pressure him, but Williams gets away, and he is tackled, but he will get down to the 45-yard line. Number 53, again, that's Isaac Estacio in there as the Beavers. That's your guy Takahashi, Chris, was putting the pressure on. Got an arm on the running back, couldn't bring him down. 3rd down and about 3.
Williams is just a strong runner.
Yeah, he really is a strong runner. He is listed at 6 foot 206. So, yeah, he is a big guy. And he is back there on a 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Ball right outside the 45-yard line for the Bear Cubs. McGovern in the shotgun. Beavers showing some pressure. And he will going to throw. He's got under pressure, dishes it off to Williams. Williams gets it. He'll get down to the 43. I don't think he got to the 43. They're going to mark him at the 44. Give credit to the Beavers' pressure on that one.
Absolutely. They got in quickly off the ball. Made him get rid of it very quickly off to the flat out there to Williams, and then just swallowed him up before the first down markers.
And again, we see it again at the 44-yard line. The Bear Cubs are going to punt, and the Beavers are taken a little bit by surprise as Colby Eckhart gets back onto the field. So a real good defensive play by the Beavers to drop Williams in the flat, 1 yard short of a first down, and necessitates the punt under 13 minutes to go. That's Cavilla, a nice punt down there, and it's fair catch is called for. Is going to bounce at the 8 and bounce back to about the 15. Bear Cubs kind of watched it a little bit too long there, and it ended up on the 15-yard line. Beavers 1st and 10.
That was a lucky bounce for the Beavers on that one.
Really lucky bounce on the Beavers. It could have easily gone the other way, but a good defensive stand by ARC to open up this second half. As it looked like after the Williams run that the Bear Cubs had a little bit something going, but again, they choose to go ahead and punt on 4th down from the 44, and a net gain of about 29 yards on that one. Beavers will take their first possession with 12:47 to go. They'll hand it straight up the middle and down at about the 16-yard line. I believe that was Eastman. We'll double check that. He got kind of swallowed up, so he might not be. It is Zaire Eastman. His gain may be a yard, maybe no gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Ball in the 16.
Great job on the Bear Cubs offensive or defensive line, just swallowing up that run there.
Yeah, they've really strengthened the middle of their defensive line. The Beavers have got a couple of runs early through that middle, but it's stiffened up a little bit later in the 2nd quarter and here in the 3rd. Curry looks left, comes back right, hits a slant pass, but right there are the Bear Cubs. That'll end up being a loss of a yard and bring up a 3rd and 11 as Tim L. Horton was the receiver. They mark him at the 16, give him a little bit of nice spot there, so it'll be 3rd and 10. But again, Bear Cubs seeming, as you mentioned earlier, Chris, kind of knowing what the Beavers want to do offensively and being right there.
That they do. It looked like that time number 18, Ivan Robledo, the linebacker there on the far side.
Yeah,
read that play very well.
Leading tackler on the team, and he's made a couple of plays so far. Third down, and Torres goes in motion. They're going to hand it off. I think Noah Curry's going to keep it. Come up to the 20, 22. He gets away, bounces away, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. One guy to beat Horton with the block. And there comes from behind. Curry's pushed down at the 8-yard line. What a play by Curry, 34. That's a 76-yard run by the quarterback who looked like he was down after about 3 steps, Chris.
Yeah, that he did. That time that option play worked out well. He just kept bouncing and kept fighting and kept running, those legs moving, and off he went.
Man, I tell you, I thought he was stopped, and he did. He kind of lurched his way out of the tackle, which you don't usually lurch out of tackles, but he did. Ended up down, and they're going to mark it, I guess, outside the 10. Give credit to Dexter Trevor's name we've said a couple of times, who gave a chase along the sideline, and evidently, actually, they're going to mark him at the 22-yard line, so he went out of bounds there. So make it a 62-yard run by Frank Arcuri, and it's first down, and Eastman up the middle, trying to find a hole, kicks it outside, 20, 15, down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tried a different route there, Chris. Usually he's in the middle. That time he went away.
Well, he tried up the middle, and he found it wasn't there, kicked it out to the outside, found himself some space, and just turned on the Jets.
9-yard line, a first down for Zaire Eastman. And Arcuri's play has kind of galvanized the entire area here. Now they're going to move that at the 10-yard line. See if they give him a first down. I think they do. So first and goal from right out the 10-yard line. So first and 10. Williams is split out to the right side, and it is Ollie on the left side. And Arcuri holds on to it. He's got a guy in the corner of the end zone. The throw is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Beavers! That is number 12, Demarion Williams. And, Chris, you mentioned him in the pregame, and he comes through with a touchdown, makes you look good in the regular game.
Oh, I appreciate that. I wanted to have a little chat with him at the halftime to make sure he got himself in there. I needed the credit. But, man, he ran a great route, opened himself up there, gave himself some separation for Arcuri to just hit him right between the numbers.
Yeah, and give Arcuri a lot of credit. That was an excellent pass, and it was being contested over there in the corner, but Arcuri drops it in there. His second touchdown pass of the game, his 5th in his last 2 games. And the Beavers strike big here, and here is Richardson to try to put the capper on it to make it 26-7. And he does. So a big play by the Beavers. Arcuri, kind of the star of that drive. He makes the big 62-yard run, then he pulls out the touchdown pass. Zaire Eastman with a real nice run sandwich in there as well. A lot of positives for the Beavers. A big stop, Chris, defensively, and then a great drive.
Absolutely. Way to come out strong this second half. To show the defense, or show their defensive skills, and then turn around and do something with it with the offense.
Now, do you think that at 26-7, that's kind of taking the run off the board for the Bear Cubs? They're going to have to put the ball in the air here. They've got 25 minutes left to go in the ball game, but they're down now 19 points, and the Beavers have done a pretty good job shutting down the passing game so far. The Bear Cubs haven't hit that long one yet.
No, they have not, and we'll see what they can do here on the return. But I definitely think they're going to have to go back to their arsenal and go back to what they work on most of the weeks.
Let's see if it's Hemsley doing the kicking again for the Beavers. Last time he put it down the left side, it took an unfortunate bounce on him, and he ended up giving the ball to the Bear Cubs at the 35. And it is Alex out there again, wearing number 48 for the Beavers, who lead this one 26-7, trying to go 3-1 in conference and 3-6 on the season. Hemsley checking with his guys, with his bros, making sure everything's cool. He's going to send that one right down the middle. Put a lot of foot in that one. It's a yard deep in the end zone, picked up by the Bear Cubs coming on the right side. And great job. Great job. I think that is that 82, Chris. Kobe Eckhart comes in and drops Evans at about the 16-yard line.
Looks like number 30 there had the initial strike.
Well, he knocked him down. Great job by the Beavers. We talked about the special teams, and they did it again. This time it is marked at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bear Cubs. And that time Hemsley put the foot to it, and the special teams were out there taking care of things. So here we go, first down. Williams in the backfield along with Bobby McGovern. McGovern out of Monterey High School. He throws a short pass. Beavers are on it. Nice move over there and gets some space down the sideline. I think that's Campbell. He'll get all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's the big wide end or wide receiver, Joseph Campbell there, number 14, just lumbering and taking people with him.
Yeah, Beavers over pursuit, I think, there. They had a defensive back right there on him, but he went a little bit too far, and Campbell, with a nice play, gains 19 and sets up first down at the 39-yard line, 9:30 to go in this third quarter. Biggest pass play so far for the Bear Cubs. This time they're going to hand it off to Williams. He doesn't have a lot of room, gets through there. He's tough to bring down, but it's tough to get through 7 Beavers. And they gotta start blowing the whistle on the scrums a little bit earlier, I think. But anyway,
think so.
Ended up with a 1-yard gain. Williams, as we mentioned, 6'2", 206, and he is tough to bring down. He's bounced off a bunch of Beaver tacklers, and they gang tackled him that time. As Gentry comes back in for the Beavers defensively. That's Jamari Gentry out of Cardinal Newman in Santa Rosa. 2nd and 9, ball on the 40-yard line. McGovern, a quick toss out here, and it's knocked down by the Beavers. Great job by the Beavers, number 42 it looked like right there.
There's Gavin Malloy once again.
Yeah, that's your guy, Gavin Malloy out of Oak Ridge, knocks it down. It was intended, it looked like, for Sean Randall, who we talked about a couple of times, the wide receiver, but it never got there, and it's a 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Ball on the Bear Cubs 40-yard line. Malloy, he caught a touchdown pass last week in the game against Sierra, so he's doing it all for the Beavers. Big play right here for ARC, trying to keep the Bear Cubs at just 7 points. McGovern looks left, slings it out to the left. He's got a man. The catch is made. Gets by one tackler, get down the sidelines, cuts it back, and good pursuit by the Beavers, but a big play for the Bear Cubs. And was that your guy, Sean Randall, on the left side there?
I believe that was Mr. Randall finally getting involved in the game, and once again gaining a ton of yards, as he always does when he touches the ball.
And he's out of bounds at the 39, but another big gain by Randall. And again, he gets away from the defender the second time on this drive that the Bear Cub receiver has gotten away from a pursuing defender and turned into a big gain. Williams gets the handoff, and the Beavers with good pursuit and stand him up there. And I just saw the first number was a 4. I'm guessing it's your guy, Gavin Malloy. Chris, who's in there.
Malloy was definitely in there, but actually it was Takahashi who made the first blitz right down the middle.
I don't take anything you say about Takahashi because I know he's your guy now, so you're going to say him all the time. But whoever it was, we'll give them both credit. The ball's at the 39-yard line. Bear Cubs open after they get a couple of big pass plays. Maybe that run will open up again, but the Beavers were right there on that one with great pursuit and bringing down Williams for no gain. 2nd and 10. Ball in the 39. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left for the Bear Cubs. McGovern looks right. He's going to let it fly. Beavers are right on it, but a great catch out here. Again, I think that's Randall, number 3, making the catch, and the Beavers were right on it. That is number 26. That's Kyle Gaganius. Right on it, but it's a gain down to the 30-yard line, which will still leave the Bear Cubs a yard short.
Great coverage, but just way to fight for that ball by number 3 there, Sean Randall.
Yeah, he knew it was coming, and it looks like we might have had a penalty here. Blocked below the waist by the Bear Cubs, so a break for the Beavers, and that play is wiped off the board, plus they'll mark it off. Let's see. Going to mark it off from the 40-yard line, so it will go. It'll be a 15-yard mark-off all the way back to the 46-yard line of the Bear Cubs. So a big play right there. The pass, the first down is negated, and now the Bear Cubs will have it back on their own 46. And they've got to get to the 29, so that's a 25-yard to go, so it's 2nd and 25. 3 to the right side here. Beavers only with 2 defensive backs out here. Let's see. McGovern fakes. He's got a guy down the left side. Beavers defending it perfectly and knocked away. What a beautiful play out there by number 22. That is Devin Williams on the defense. And Chris, as you pointed out a couple times, the Beavers one-on-one pass defenders are really excellent today.
Their corners are covering very, very well. I bet you it's like in the movie Hoosiers, they could tell you what flavor gummy is today.
I think you're exactly right. Now, one time they did get a penalty earlier in the game, but that time he was all over it. And I still get squeamish. I see referees talking about it. I don't see laundry on the field, though. They are camouflaging their flags very well. They're coloring them green. I don't know what's exactly going on here. But we're going to keep our eyes on the guy in the white hat. Marching back against the Bear Cubs again. That is a dead ball foul. Looks at a dead ball personal foul. Takes it back to the 30. So a 15-yard penalty. A couple of 15-yarders have pushed the Bear Cubs back 30 yards. And it'll end up being second down now. I'm going to guess around 40 yards to go. Make that 30 yards to go. Yeah. Let's see if that was after the play or if they're going to say second down again. So I think they have third down. The ball at the 31, so that's 19 and...
Yeah, we're at 3rd and 40.
Yeah, that's what you got. And usually, what do you call? I don't know. Probably a quick pass, which is batted and then caught. Beavers pursuing, and they'll drop the receiver at about the 37-yard line. So kind of a nightmare drive there, Chris, for the Bear Cubs. A couple of huge penalties put them way behind the sticks, and they'll have to punt.
Yeah, that definitely didn't work out the way they had that drawn up for this.
No, it did not. No, I don't think that last play, they didn't really even care. They said, here, take it. Get as much as you can. We'll bring in Cavill and punt it away.
Once again, Cavilla's got a monster leg, though, so let's see where he can pin him back to.
Anderson back here. Again, a bad snap. Anderson's going to get it. No, it's Eckhart at the 29. He's coming back, cuts it up the middle of the 40. He leans over. Guy loses the ball, and it looks like the Bear Cubs saying they've got it. Huge mistake by the Beavers there. The one thing you can't have happen. And Eckhart had a great return going and coughed it up to about midfield and covering it at the 45. The Bear Cubs, looks like maybe number 27, Cash Lehman, was out there. And that'll be the Bear Cubs' ball, first down.
Big turnover, big momentum shifter right there.
Yeah, because they just had two 15-yard penalties back-to-back and had to punt after a really bad series, and they come up with one of those momentum plays you're always talking about. And, nothing like a turnover to get a team going because the defense feels good about themselves and the offense is coming out hopeful because things are going their way. So let's see what McGovern does out here with first down on his own 45-yard line. 6:07 to go, third quarter. Beavers 27, Bear Cubs 7, or 26-7, excuse me. We got a whistle. Let's see, we've got flags. We might have a delay of game. We do have a delay of game. And again, whenever you see something like that out of a timeout or something, you go, how does that happen? You're coming out here, you call the play, you go out there and you run it. So it's the Bear Cubs this time, this half, that's having the penalties bite them in the foot. At least 40 yards in penalties so far through the first half, or first 9 minutes of the third quarter. So 1st and 15, they've got to go up to the 46 of the Beavers. McGovern, and now we've got everybody in motion. We got people running sideways, running backwards. I just think we call everybody, foul and everybody do it over.
I think that was probably the fair thing to do there.
That is the fair and equitable way to do things.
Yeah, that was one of those. I think the center had a different snap count than everybody else did. So
and that is not good. Can I just say that? That is not good. And then they had a guy in motion, looked like he was just running. He had nowhere he was going. He's like, well, I'm not doing anything. When you have the shrug emoji, you're not really too confident about the play. They're really discussing this one. I mean, they might be chuckling. They're really talking about this one. It is going to be offsides on the Beavers, which is highly unlikely. But I guess the center gets the last laugh on that one, Chris.
I guess so. I didn't see that one, but
gets the 5 yards back and makes it first down and 10 yards to go. So curious and curiouser. But we took 1 second off the clock somehow. Well, I'll go with that. 2 to the right for the Bear Cubs. McGovern in the shotgun. He's going to Handed off to Williams, trying the left side, and there's nothing there except for a lot of beavers. I don't know if you call them a den of beavers or how you do this, Chris, but they were all there.
That was everybody.
Yeah.
That was all 11 of them on that side.
I'm sure your guy Takahashi was there. I'm sure Gavin Malloy was there. Martinson was probably there. Just a lot of guys were there. Give them all an eighth of a tackle. That's what I said.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't think they'll do it. So a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Cade Millard comes off the field, number 44. One of the stalwarts of the Beavers defense ahead of this 2nd down. Martin McGovern, a quick pass. He's got a guy open. That Scotty makes the catch right inside the 45-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down for the Bear Cubs. I believe that's Javon Scott's just his 2nd catch today, Chris, and he had 30 coming into today.
But that was an outstanding catch. That was eyes on the ball. He had a hard time. There was great coverage on that one as well by number 14. I lost him on my list. Sometimes these things happen.
Your guy Christopher Butters was the defender, and McGovern, give him credit too because that was a well-thrown ball to get around Christopher Butters. 1st down. He's going to take a throw to the left side, and that's deflected, nicely done. I think that was number 22, Williams, with the deflection, Devin Williams, and it'll be a 2nd down. You don't see a lot of teams, at least I haven't this season, try the middle of the field a lot with the passing game at this level. But the Bear Cubs are trying it, and that's kind of why you don't see it, because there's a lot of congestion in there.
There really is. There's a lot of beavers running around that middle of the field right now.
That's exactly well said, my friend. 2nd down. A lot of beavers running around. A den of them. So McGovern, Bear Cubs going to the air here in the 2nd half. In this 3rd quarter, they're down 26-7. He's going to get that one out, and that one is wide of Randall. And Randall working against number 14, Christopher Butters on that one, Chris. And it's a timing route. The timing was off.
The timing was off. The pass was off a little bit as well. But again, Tremonte Brown was inside in that pocket trying to interrupt that timing, and I think that played a big part of it.
Yeah, we should. Tremonte Brown, wearing number 97, is he is the co-leader in sacks with the Beavers. He has 4.5. He is out of Bainbridge Island. Make that Sacramento. The next guy's from Bainbridge Island. That's a pretty romantic sounding place. Pretty exotic.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, but he's not from there. He's from Sacramento. Here goes McGovern. He's got time. Across the middle, he's got a guy open. That is number 10. That's Keon. That is Keon Moore right there, who had it at the 35-yard line. First time we've heard from Keon, who has 25 catches on the season. And he was wide open in the middle. And I think maybe related to the fact that McGovern had a lot of time on that one.
He did. Number 77, Caprice Coffey, the lineman, picked up the blitz and opened up the lane for McGovern there to make that completion.
Good play by Caprice on that one and giving his quarterback extra time. But they're going to be a 1/2 yard short of a 1st down. So it's 4th down, and they're going to go for it on the 35. No surprise here. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. But McGovern in the shotgun. Let's see if he's going to go with Williams or go on a quick pass.
Backer coming from depth.
He's going to go with Williams. The Beavers are in there. He bounces off one. I don't know. I thought he had it, Chris, and the Beavers with a great push. And the way the linesman is marking it, that's going to be Beaver ball. Let's see what happens in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I thought he may have had it with a 2nd effort, but where they're marking that, it looks like he's shortened. Just a tremendous job by the center of the defensive line there.
He bounced off one guy, and then I thought he might have made it, but he met about 3 guys, and that ball is marked. That is not a 1st down. Let's see. And we'll see if we're going to get a measurement, because if you're looking at the naked eye, it does not look like he got to the 34-yard line. And the referees are moving everybody out of there. They're going to bring the chains out from the side. And if they bring out the chains that we're seeing, that ball has to get to the 34-yard line to be a 1st down. This would be a huge, huge stop, Chris, because I think it's something that Beavers kind of already granting him the 1st down on that one. They made a couple of completions.
Yeah, that visual spot looks like they're definitely short, and that's something that the Beavers wanted to do, try and stop the bleeding, because the Bear Cubs have started to make some serious moves here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, McGovern has thrown some pretty nice passes, and so that is going to be considerably short. So great job by the Beavers. Not only the first guy to hit Williams, but the horde of Beavers, the den of Beavers, who swarmed him later and kept him short, well short of the first down. And that's kind of a recurring theme, Chris, on this one. About 3 times today, the Beavers have knocked guys short of first downs and kept them from getting first downs you thought they were going to make.
Absolutely, they've been pushing, making their yardage through the offensive line and getting those stops in the backfield.
Yeah,
it's been very impressive.
They've been having to work hard for the yards, and the Beavers are not giving them up. And so the Beavers take over, and that fumble doesn't turn out to hurt them here. Cost them a couple of minutes of possession, but that is all now. The Beavers with Eastman behind Frank Arcuri. See if they try to go to the run game to take some time off this clock. Still early, though, with 3:50 to go in the third. They lead at 26-7. They will give it to Eastman. He had a little bit of a hole closed up pretty quickly, and he does get up and knocked back now. So let's see where they mark him. We're going to put him in about the 36. So maybe call it a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
A little extracurricular activity there going on between the offensive lineman number 76 there. And fortunately, nobody caught an eye on that.
We've seen, you see a lot of after the whistle plays, after the whistle, and the referees, they don't want to flag every one of them. They want to let them extricate themselves and just give them maybe a warning as we go into second down. Ball on the 36, 9 yards to go, 3:10 to go and counting here in the third quarter. Arcuri hands it to Eastman again. He's got a little bit more room, but he'll get up short of the 40 at about the 39-yard line and set up a third down for the Beavers. He's going to have about 6 yards to go, so 3rd and 6. Chris, you expect the ball to get in the air here?
I do. I think it's a nice manageable distance, and again, I don't think Arcuri's going to push real far. I think he's either going to hopefully shoot for a tight end, as we've been praying for all day, but at the very least, he could probably hit Eastman out on the flat or a quick little slant out here to Anderson.
Let's see what they do. Anderson has been doubled pretty much all day and bracketed, if not outright doubled. 3rd and 6, ball in the 39. Beavers send Tamel Horton in motion to the left side, the converted wide receiver. He will throw a quick throw. It is aimed for Anderson, and that was exactly the call you made, Chris. But again, what we saw early in the game, just the execution, the timing, not quite there.
Yeah, the accuracy wasn't there that time. They were just not on the same page of where that ball was supposed to go.
I am a little surprised they didn't, do what you said, because you got Anderson, he's going to get a lot of attention, and it's a perfect time to try to go elsewhere and maybe hit Eastman out of the backfield or a tight end across the middle if you can try to do that. But they chose to go for Anderson. Couldn't make the connection, so with 2:21 to go third quarter, it'll be Landon Richardson back to punt. He averages just under 35 yards of punt. He's got a little bit of work today. He'll strike this one under pressure, gets it out of there. Hopefully he'll take a good bounce, and it does for the Beavers. The second time today, the Beavers special teams are going to down a ball inside the 10-yard line.
Great kick.
Tremendous job by Richardson. He got the roll. He's going to help the average, but he's also going to pin the Bear Cubs back. And, if you have a team that's got to make up 19 points, and you're going to make them earn every yard, and this time it'll be over 90 yards as the ball is marked on the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go for Santa Rosa, 2:08 to go here in the third quarter. Beavers have come out after a 19-7 halftime lead. They scored the only touchdown here so far in the third quarter. That was an Arcuri pass to Demarion Williams in the right corner of the end zone, the sophomore out of Antelope High School. So 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line. Zion Williams is next to Bobby McGovern in the backfield for the Bear Cubs. Beavers. McGovern holds on to it. He's going to try the left side. And again, great defense. A lot of hands right there. Let's see. I don't see any flags yet. Williams was right on him down the left sideline.
Yeah, that was tremendous coverage. I think that was a clean play. It was 2 guys fighting for the ball and fighting for position.
Yeah, that's Devin Williams out of Union Mine High School, the sophomore, and he has been excellent in one-on-one, like you say, cornerback coverage today against a team that averages over 200 yards passing a game. And it really, you can tell they like to take the deep shots to Scott or to Evans, or whatever. And the Beavers have been up to the task so far. We've got 2 out here to the right side this time. Quick pass out here over to the middle. That's Scott, and he's got a little bit of room, but a great tackle That is number 32. Nice tackle there by Zion Fortune out of Vacaville, Wilsey Wood High School. And it looked a dangerous situation, Chris. That Scott is a really dangerous receiver, and it looked like he had some room.
He definitely did, and it was a great hustle to the ball again. The Beaver defense has been zoning in on that very highly today.
3rd and 2, ball marked at the inside the 18-yard line, maybe closer to 1. McGovern motions Scott to the right side. He's got Williams at his right side in the backfield. Might see the handoff here for the 1 yard. No, he's going to do the quick pass out to the corner. Great defense by the Beavers, and the completion, though, is made. That's Joseph Campbell, who's been on the receiving end of several passes from McGovern today.
He has. It's once again Sean Russell being the number 1 guy. The Beavers are trying to take him away as well, but they've got that big body, number 14, to catch some passes today as well.
Flag on the play. Just saw that. It dropped at the 14-yard line. Let's see. We've got a first and foul, another block beneath the waist. Second time that the Bearcats have been called on that, and both times I think it's a race to first down.
Just painful if you're the Bear Cubs for these for those types of penalties right there.
Yeah, well, you're trying to crawl out of a hole, and you do get a little bit of a foothold, and then somebody watches it away for you. And so that is going to make them go all the way back to the, well, I don't see they haven't really marked it off yet. Here we go. As the referee just ambles down the middle of the field, he's kind of taking his time. He doesn't have anything going on. It's back to the 9-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down, and it'll be 10 yards to go. And the referee or the head guy is trying to explain to the Bear Cubs exactly what they did. They don't think they did anything wrong. They thought it was within the area they could do that block, but they cannot. So it's 3rd down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 9. You got 3 out to the left side for Bobby McGovern. He's got 1, that's Evans, out to the right side. And now Scott will reset, so it's 2 and 2. Scott and Evans to the short side. Candle and Randall. There's going down the left side again, and there is Williams right on him again, and this time they're going to get a flag, but it looked like the other guy was pulling Williams that time. And the referee is talking to the Santa Rosa sideline. Let's see it. I mean, there's a chance that could be offensive interference. Let's don't jump ahead of ourselves there. Williams does play a handsy defensive style there, but he looked like the receiver was, he went down. And we will wait again. Nobody's moving. No, it's defensive pass interference. So we got 15 yards penalty on the play, and that will be marked at the 24-yard line. It'll be a first down. And Chris, you get a penalty like that, you don't want it, but you don't want to tell Williams to play differently because he plays a great corner.
I wholeheartedly agree. I would have called that on the offense personally. I mean, Williams had his head turned around.
Yeah.
He went out for the ball. He had position, so I would have called that on the offensive player.
First down and 10 yards to go. 1 minute to go, 3rd quarter. Ball on the 24. Scott is in motion, going to reset on the left side. Beavers showing some pressure up the middle. Hand off to Williams, and he is down and doesn't get very far at all. Give credit to number 47. That was Hakeem Reynolds, who came in from his linebacking spot and forced the play back up the middle, and the rest of the Beavers took care of it for a short gain. We got some whistles going on here. I don't see any mark off or anything. Nobody takes a timeout. Now we're going to start the clock again. So a short gain on the play. I'll call it no gain. Great job by the Beavers. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 24 as we go under 40 seconds to go 3rd quarter. Beavers up 26-7 here at Beaver Stadium. Here comes Reynolds again, showing it. He's coming again. Gets around the blocker, laid it up, the ball, and that could be intercepted, almost intercepted by the Beavers. As your guy Randall was the intended receiver, looked like Chris, he might have stumbled.
It looks like he missed a step there, and then the ball ended up in between 2 defenders and away from our receiver.
Looked like number 32, that's again Zaire Fortune, was kind of looking around going, if nobody wants this, I might go catch it. Fortunately, he was just a little short, so he will come back and set it up again as Grover comes out for the Beavers on this 3rd down and 10 with 23 seconds left to go. They've got to get to the 34-yard line, do the Bear Cubs. We've got three receivers on the left side. They're going to look to the right and let that one fly, and the catch is made and then dropped by Evans. Had it at the 35. Good defensive pressure. Looked like number 14 right there.
That's Chris Butters.
That's our guy, Chris Butters, stepping in there and separating Evans from the ball, and it'll be a 4th down for the Bear Cubs. Big play by the Beavers.
Way to play all the way through on Butters' behalf there.
Yeah, Evans had that ball. He didn't have it cleanly. He was kind of transferring it looked like, and Butters came in and interrupted the process. So with 18 seconds to go in the quarter, it will be Cavillo again with the punt. And that one is a short one for him. Let's see, the bounce is going to go backward toward midfield. It's scooped up down there by number 6, that is Kyron Jackson Davis. But it'll be a great spot for the Beavers at the 47-yard line of American River. And, Chris, you got to say, defensive-wise, the Beavers had a great 15 minutes.
They really did. And they just made their presence known at all times in all phases there.
They put pressure when they needed to. They shut down the run. And if I'm Santa Rosa, it seems to me they're having more success throwing the short passes, trying to get the slants or something like that rather than the deep ones. They haven't really connected. They have got penalties on the deep play a couple of times, but they haven't really connected in it. Here's our Curry with 11 seconds to go. He'll turn, he'll hand the ball off. No, he'll keep it, and then he'll pitch it to Horton, who barely escapes a couple of defenders. What a play. That's like the best 2-yard run you're going to see in a long time as we go down to the end of the third quarter. The Beavers will have a second and about 7. When we come back, we are done with 3 quarters. It is the Beavers 26, the Bear Cubs 7. You're watching ARC Football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Fourth quarter action from Beaver Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low. Chris Toy here, bringing it to you. Beavers on top 26-7. They've got a second down, 7 yards to go. Ball on midfield. And they'll hand it to Zaire Eastman, who tries to kick his way. He gets his way through. He's still on his feet. 35-30. He's dragged down at the 27-yard line. And we got a flag on the play. We might have a... we're signaling for that's Dante Antonini who made the play, and he made an excellent play on Eastman, who kicked through the line, kicked off 2 tackles, and made it all the way down to the 28. But we had a flag there, and I thought it might be a face mask on Antonini. It might be a face mask on the runner, Zaire Eastman. Let's see. They are getting ready to, looks like, mark it back, and everybody has moved backwards. It'll be a spot foul, so it'll be from the 27 back to the 42. It'll still end up, it could be still a first down for the Beavers. They had to get to the 44. Let's see it all play out in practice. I've already mapped this out in my own mind, but they got to catch up with me now. So, So it will be a first down. So it'll be a first down from I'm calling it the 42, and let's see where he stops. That's right. They say, Chris, you're never going to do math again after school, but you really do. You really do. You really do have to use math. And in this case, it got the Beavers a first down. And Eastman, again, a couple of great runs by Beavers. Quarterback, running backs bouncing off guys looking like they're down and really making hay. But that one pulled back, 15 yards taken away because of the penalty. But still a first down for the Beavers. They try to get a little ball control and put some more points up on the board. That time Eastman cuts it back. What a nice play defensively. I think that's number 18. That looked like Ivan Robledo. And he came in, Chris, as the leading tackler for the Bear Cubs. I can really see why.
Absolutely. He's quick, and he's been all over the place. He had 12 tackles, I believe, last week, and another 7 the week before. So he's all over the field.
Yeah, he leads them with 62 tackles. He is a sophomore out of St. Helena, and he came in and made a nice play, dragging Eastman back for no gain. Brings up a second down and 10 yards to go. Beavers content with letting the clock tick down a little bit as they have a 19-point lead at 26-7. Trying to go to 3-1 in conference play are the Beavers. As there's Torres in motion. Haven't heard from Luis in a while. Right up the middle. The new runner, I think, for the Beavers. We saw a nice run right up the middle. Is that number 34?
Number 34, that's Elijah Gutierrez.
Elijah Gutierrez. So we did see Elijah earlier in the game for a 1 catch. This time he comes out and picks up a nice gain from the 42 down to the 37, so a 5-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 5. As Gutierrez, a freshman out of Tracy High School down in Tracy, California. He is in the backfield. I think that's Tarmel Horton in there with him. Our Curry is the quarterback. Frank with a couple of touchdown passes today to go to 3 of them from last week. He's going to turn. He's going to hold on to it. He's going to think about pitching it, but he's dragged down about the 34. Really, he was weighing his options, Chris, I think that time ago. Well, I can hold on to it and pitch it back. It's really not going to make much difference. And it really didn't. I think he would have been around the same place anyway.
Agreed, and I think that's what he came to the conclusion of and said, you know what, we're both going down about this same spot, so I'm going to just hang on to the ball and eliminate the possibility of a fumble or something along those lines.
That's a great point because the option has been a little clunky today for the Beavers, but now they have 4th down, ball in the 34. They've got to get to the 32. They're in the tight formation here. Curry is under center with it, with a full house backfield. He turns, hands it to his fullback, and that's going to be a 1st down. Hakeem Anderson, I think, the ball carrier, and that one opened up, and give credit to the offensive line for that one. Everybody knew they were going to run the ball, and they got it down inside the 25 for a 1st down.
That they did. The offensive line just imposed their will on the defense at that point and said, no, we're going to go ahead and get the first.
Ball marked at the 27. That's exact. I have a transcript, and that's exactly what they said. 1st down. And time going off the clock at 12 minutes to go in this one. Anderson out of Wood Creek High School in Roseville. He's going to get the pitch this time. He has got a couple of defenders on him, and they push him forward, thankfully, get him about a yard or two. But the Bear Cubs all over that play. It looked like number 12. We said that named Dexter Travers a couple of times today. He's in on the tackle. Gain of maybe 1 yard at the 26. Anderson comes out. Second and 9 for the Beavers. They led at 19-7 at halftime. They lead at 26-7 here with 11:20 to go, and Zaire Eastman is back in the game behind Frank Arcuri. He's going to look to pass. He's got a guy open in the end zone. That's Jaden Anderson. That's a touchdown. We've been talking about him all game, Chris. He got open on that one, and you got to think the run lulled the Bear Cubs to sleep. Anderson wide open, the 3rd touchdown pass today for Frank Arcuri.
Just a beautiful route run by Anderson, too. He just put on the Jets the whole way, ran a straight post route, and just said, this is going to be my ball right in the end zone.
And it was right, his ball right in the end zone, and it's the 3rd touchdown pass for Arcuri. He has 6 in his last 2 games, and that's a big one, makes it 32-7. And what a way they just set that up perfectly with the run. And that big 1st down run by Anderson sets the table for Landon Richardson to try to put it through as the Bear Cubs, I think, run off sides. But Richardson puts it through. Got a flag on the play. That is going to be declined. So the Beavers come out here and put it together and come out with about as smooth a pass play as I've seen in a while.
Absolutely.
Just smooth. Anderson, we've talked about it. Coach O thinks he's a blue chipper, really says we've got to try to get him the ball. We've seen it, Chris, today. They've got to try to get him the ball. He's been doubled. He's been bracketed. They still go to him. I think he had a couple of catches. He had a really good kickoff return, but he really showed the next people on the next level something right there.
Absolutely. He had, like I said, great route and great sure hands with the ball. Arcuri just put the ball right on the money, though.
Right on the money. And, yeah, you look up, and he only had 1 defender around him, and that looked a little strange. And then, as you say, Frank laid it in right in the back of the end zone for the touchdown for the Beavers, who now lead this one 33-7 and are looking to get their 3rd win in conference play, their 3rd in their last 4 games. The only loss in that stretch was the double overtime loss back a couple of weeks ago against Butte. The Roadrunners were behind at halftime. We'll check on that score, give it to you. Give you an updated score before we finish up with this one here, as the Beavers trying to say, hey, we win our 2 and Butte loses their 2, we can still take this conference. They've won the last 3 seasons in a row. And it's Hemsley again doing the kicking for the Beavers. Alex Hensley, the freshman out of Oak Ridge High School. He's had Evans and Scott to try to return him today, and let's see which one gets the chance. That one is a really short kick. It's going to go hit the ground at about the 24 and get past. That's a live football. The Beavers are all over it back at the 10-yard line. Chris, when it's going good, it's going good.
Absolutely. That, once again, tremendous special teams coverage. The special teams is fired up today. They've really made a tremendous impact on the game for the Beavers all the way around.
They really have, and you could not have planned to kick off any better than that. I don't know if he meant to do it or not, but that's a pitching wedge that hit perfectly where he wanted it to, and then skip past the returning back. And luckily, he jumped on it, was covered by the Beavers back, and I think at the 12-yard line. And now I think we're waving off a flag. Is that what we've got going on? Okay, so that's what we've got. We're going to have the ball at the 12-yard line. So the flag that I didn't know was thrown didn't count. So that, okay.
Perfect.
I like that. 11:02 to go in the ball game. You got to think the Bear Cubs looking for a quick strike here. They set 3 to the left. They've been doing this a lot and then bringing Scott back over to the right, but it looks like they're going to stay 3 left on this one. McGovern back to pass. He looks left, and then he's going to be under pressure. He gets away, and the Beavers finally get him at about the 15. That could have been a lot worse for Bobby McGovern and the Bear Cubs, but he manages to get it out. Actually gets a 2-yard gain, sets up a 2nd and 8.
And that's Jackson Deedy with the defensive lineman with the big sack there, grabbing him by the ankles and preventing any forward movement.
2nd down. Now we've got whistles. Timeout for the Beavers. They had a chance to really get a big sack on that one, and McGovern gets up. He ended up getting two yards before Dede does the job and drops him. But, when you know the offense has to pass, you can really kind of let the guys loose in the front line. He looked over, did McGovern to the left side, to try to get a quick shot. Wasn't there. And when he brought that ball back, that's when all the pressure got in on him. So the Beavers, they benefit from the fact they know the Bear Cubs have to try to make up a lot of points and not a lot of time. And the thing you just don't want now is just don't get over exuberant and make it, try to jump a route or something, try to do something you don't need to do and open up a big play.
Very true. Just play smart football. You're playing with the lead.
Yeah.
Just want to keep everything in front of you at this point.
Except for some first-half penalties. He really played an excellent game out here, I think, today. I think Coach O would be very happy with the effort so far. But you don't want to we got Joseph Campbell out to the left side here. He's been a receiver, a couple of shots from McGovern today, so Beavers will play close to him. 2nd down. He goes quickly to the left, and that should be a penalty, I think. Christopher Butters was up on him that time, and there were hands laid on the receiver before the ball got there, and no call, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's just because it was so short. It was within that couple of yards that they allowed him to push off one another. And honestly, I don't think Campbell was expecting to get the ball at that point.
Well, Butters was expecting to get something. I think if he wasn't handling Campbell, he would have had himself 6 points because he would have been looked up right there. 3rd down, 9 yards to go, ball on the 14. Again, the familiar 3 to the left set up for the Bear Cubs. Beavers are going to just take off and try to get to McGovern. And they're trying to. They got a hand on him, and they are going to get to him, drop him down at about the 14. He looked to the left, Chris, didn't see anybody, and he was just running for his life. And we've got a Bear Cub down on the field, and that's, I think, I don't want to speculate on what number it is, pounding the ground there. So Beavers having, I think like that's Estacio limping off too, number 53. The Beavers were all over the place defensively. Make sure that might be 58, not 53. Yeah, it's number 58 for the Beavers that's coming off limping. That is Jackson Deedy, who just had a couple of big plays that you were talking about, Chris, for the Beavers defensively. So we got an injury timeout on the field. We're going to take a break here. 10:23 to go in this ball game. Right now it's American River 33 and Santa Rosa Junior College 7. You're watching ARC football on YouTube, presented by Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands. And one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
Back out here at Beaver Stadium, Mark the Phantom Low, Chris Toy had a little injury timeout, and it looked like Chris, one of the linemen for Santa Rosa.
Yes, sir. Number 77, Caprice Coffee, once again has been doing an outstanding job picking up the blitzes today. Hopefully he's going to be okay. It took a little bit to get him off the field.
Yeah, it looks like he's moving around okay on the sidelines. There we got a punt coming up from Cavillo. Again, a bad snap, but he puts the foot to it. And caught at the 48 by the Beavers, and it comes back, gets away from one tackle, up the middle. That's Eckhart, I think, down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, and he leaps to the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! We've got flags on the play, though. But still, what a run back. You get the flag all the way down at the 20-yard line. I want to give credit and make sure that that's who it was. I thought it was 82.
Yep, that's who it was, Eckhart.
Kobe Eckhart, yeah. So let's see what the call is. The flag came down at the 20-yard line. If it stands, it'll be a 50-yard punt return, or probably a 48-yard punt return. Let's see. We're going to have a hold against the return team, the Beavers. So if it's at the 20, that'll move it back to the 30. But still, Kobe Eckhart. And I tell you, when he got that, I said, that's a fair catch waiting to happen. And he had a guy right in his face, got away from him, and then it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, quick sidestep and opened up the field for himself.
Yep. But it's going to come back to the 30-yard line, so it'll be first down for the Beavers at the 30. 9:58 to go.
Looks like we've got a change at quarterback as well.
Let's see who that is. It looks like number 4. That's Whit Cruz. The freshman, 6'6", out of 12 Bridges High in Lincoln. We saw him in the San Mateo game, I think was the last time I saw him. But Cruz is coming out here to take over for our Curry, who had a tremendous day with 3 touchdown passes and a 62-yard run of his own. So Frank making a bid for Player of the Week. Also on the, we got Jackson Marlboro, the wide receiver out of Del Oro, is on the field as well with 10 minutes to go in the game. Cruz turns, hands it off. That is Akeem Anderson all the way down to the 21. I'll tell you, Chris, we haven't seen a lot of Akeem Anderson, but he looks pretty impressive running the ball out there.
He's been very efficient today. And
yeah.
Anytime he's gotten the ball, he's had at least 8 or 9 yards out of it.
Yeah, he's making him pay, and he looks like he's kind of a load to bring down. I don't know. See.
He's 5'9", 215.
Yeah, so
that's
he
a
is
pretty
a
good size boy.
Yeah, 5'9", 215. That is good size. So
for the head of steam behind him.
That's right. Gain 9 at 2nd and 1. Yeah, that is 5'9", 215. That's a load coming down at you 8 yards behind him. He's building up steam. 2nd down, 9:15 to go in the game. He's got Cruz's holding on to it. Finds a wide receiver open at the 10-yard line. Nice pass there by Cruz. I think is that Tamel Horton coming out of the backfield? No, that's number 87, it looks like.
That would be Jacob Baxley. Tight end. We finally got some tight end involvement today.
And what a coincidence. He's also from 12 Bridges High in Lincoln. So Cruz finds Baxley, who is seeing probably one of his first actions of the year, 6'3", 225. The freshman has a first down. First and goal, ball on the 9-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go. Anderson, the running back behind the second quarterback, Whit Cruz. Anderson has it, tries to go out to the left side, bounces off 2 Bear Cubs, and then 2 more Bear Cubs fortify the troops, and then drops him at the 9-yard line. We got a penalty flag that came out way late. So I think it would probably be due to some extracurriculars at some point out here, maybe on the right end. We saw some mixing it up going on. And you mentioned it, Chris, earlier. We had some extracurriculars going on between the linemen. Let's see what the call is. Foul is going to go against the Bear Cubs, so that'll be half the distance, and it'll give them a first down.
Well, you hear Beavers versus Bear Cubs, you think cuddly animals, but that's not what we're seeing out here today. There's a lot of aggression going on.
Vicious street fight, my friend.
Indeed.
It's not the Sharks and the Jets, but it's the Beavers and the Bear Cubs. So first down, ball on the 5, first and goal. Anderson is the back. Cruz, the quarterback. He's looking to throw to a slant. Throw is in there nicely defensed, though.
Great coverage by number 12 there.
Looking for Eckhart, number 12. We've said his name, Dexter Travers, a couple of times, but that slant well defended, and it'll be second down. Yeah, we said Travers a couple of times. They have some, we've seen two teams with very impressive defensive backs here. Obviously, the Beavers have played tremendously, and we've seen Kai Dukes, we've seen Dante Antonini, and now Travers, a couple of really good defensive backs for the Bear Cubs as well. 8:19 to go in this ball game. Beavers on top 33-7. Ball at the 5-yard line. Anderson right up the middle, trying to find a hole, trying to move the pile. He moves it down to maybe the 2-yard line. Let's see where they move it. And to your point, at 5'9", 215, you don't drop him in his tracks.
No, he's going to keep going when he gets a little head of steam behind him.
Gets a little momentum. Beavers bringing in Braden Grover again. The big lineman, 6'4", 315, out of Roseville.
And I do have to say, my boy Gavin Malloy's out there on the offensive side
Malloy's
of the ball
there
right
you
now.
go.
So you never know. We might see a little trick pass here.
Well, what we have is a tight formation right now. Cruz will hand it off to Anderson. He'll slant it in, then score standing out. They put a lot of beef out there in front of him, and Hakeem Anderson grabs the touchdown for the Beavers. Pushes the count up to 39-7 for American River College, with 7:35 left to go in this ball game. And that time I think they just said, we're going to put in a bunch of guys and run behind them, and it worked.
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
And Anderson really couldn't have had more of a golden road into the end zone.
He was looking to run somebody over, and there's just nobody to run over. And here's Landon Richardson trying to put the cherry on top and make it 40-7. Going to get a flag on the play as Richardson puts it through. And I think the ref just goes, it worked, so let's just don't worry about it. And as we sit here, Chris, 7:35 to go, 40-7, so the game's kind of out of hand. But, I have to think back to the end of that first half. I think the key play of the game is the safety.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's 14-7, and the Bear Cubs have the ball. Now, they're going to have to go a long way to score, but they have the ball, and the least they can do is run out the clock in the first half. Takahashi comes knifing through, drops them for a safety. They take the free kick. The Beavers run it back to the midfield and end up with another field goal, put 5 points on the board. When you thought it was going to be 14-7, it ends up 19-7. They come out, they get the stop, turn it into a touchdown, and all of a sudden your ball game is almost out of hand.
Absolutely, and I think the other part of that that last series at the end of the half there was that catch by Torres, that one-handed catch on that to keep the drive alive and allow that extra 3 points to be handled.
Absolutely, yeah. Torres hasn't been as involved here in the second half, but he had a great kickoff return. He had a touchdown catch and another sparkling catch. And then the next half, we bring it up, and all of a sudden, we've got Williams with a touchdown catch. We've got a touchdown catch with our guy Jaden Anderson. So spreading it around. Beavers have more of a passing attack than I thought they'd have when Arcuri took over the job, because he was a wide receiver coming in and he was known as a running quarterback. But boy, he has thrown some beautiful balls today. And Hemsley will kick it off for the Beavers with 7:35 to go. That kick is going to go down to about the 5-yard line. And then it is Kai Dukes who got it, and Kai Dukes is going to be knocked down at the 15. And again, Chris, you say it, I say it, we all say it. The special teams, you get a kickoff that doesn't get past the 15-yard line. That's just tremendous.
Yeah, the Bear Cubs all day have had a hard time starting had really no starting field position. They've been backed up the whole time.
First down, ball at the 5-yard line. Let's see if they still have their same contingent of skill players. McGovern, number 16. Looks like he is still in the ball game. Sends 2 out to the left side. 2 to the right as well. And he'll quickly throw it out to the right. Beavers are trying to converge, and they do. And they'll drop him right in his tracks, a gain of maybe a yard. And the quick shot is just, it was kind of available to him earlier, but not so much lately.
No, the defensive backs for the Beavers have just been playing just on top of all the receivers at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Butters, we've got Williams, we've got Dutton, we've got a couple more. Takahashi, obviously, really have played, and they're an aggressive bunch, too. And you're going to get a penalty or two when you have that aggressive bunch. And in one of them, you and I both thought it really shouldn't have gone that way, but sometimes that's the way it goes. Under 7 minutes to go in the ball game now. McGovern's going to hand that off to Williams, but he is dragged down quickly in there. Number 97, that's your guy, Shamonte Brown, who was, he rushes the quarterback, but he also takes care of the running game. That's a gain of maybe 2 yards. So 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Ball on the 18-yard line for the Bear Cubs. Coming down to 6 minutes to go in this one. Beavers up 40-7. McGovern looking left, lets it fly, and again, did we get Campbell with the reception?
Campbell made that catch.
Campbell made the catch, but I'll tell you, Butters is standing there. I thought he was throwing it to the Beavers.
I did too.
And Campbell, an impressive receiver. He's got about 5 catches today, and all of them are contested, it seems like. First down for the Bear Cubs, and the Beavers jump offside Shamonte Brown, and they're going to call that. Sometimes they'll let that go, but not when they get an unimpeded look at the quarterback like they did right there, and you don't want to get injuries. So it's an offside for the Beavers. It'll put the ball up at the 33-yard line, I'm anticipating. Again, doing the math. Sometimes when you get a big lead and you want to get that quarterback, Chris, sometimes that quarterback just looks so good.
He does.
You cannot wait. You put the bib on, you dig, you get the utensils, and you just wait to dig in, and you get there too soon.
He turns into that giant turkey leg, and you start drooling. And
1st and 5. Quick throw, and that is contact made immediately. The catch is made. That's a nice catch by number 13, Marcus Fink. But a good job by the Beavers defensively. Drop him right in the spot. It is a 1st down, and it'll move the chains, but it's at the 38-yard line. McGovern looks right again, gets the short pass out of the backfield to James. Nice move, gets on the sidelines. He's got open territory. Beavers trying to get him, and he blows off the tackle, and a touchdown, Bear Cubs. Looks like that is that number 30, not number 34, I think. That would be Masi Rabakawaga for the touchdown. And I hope that's who it is because I don't want to say that one.
No, that was very impressive, and that is who that was.
That was a tremendous pass and run right there. Touchdown for the Bear Cubs. Looks like the Beavers, for all their tackling, they had about 6 chances at the ball carrier. Again, that is Rabakawaga. And he ends up in the end zone. And there's Cavillo with the kick. Didn't look real strong, but he put it in there. He's made all of them this year, so not a surprise there. So that'll make it 40-14. And again, it's a good thing you got the buffer there, or that one would have hurt a little bit more. But give credit to the Bear Cubs, especially to Rabakawaga, because that was an excellent run by the freshman, 5'9", 178 out of Montgomery High School in Santa Rosa.
And it's impressive just to see that they've been running essentially a 2-minute offense this whole quarter, and they finally got some things out of it. The hurry-up offense worked for them.
Well, we talked about it a little bit. It looked like the Beavers are really just trying to time. They knew they were going to be short passes. They were trying to time to get some big hits, and that time they just didn't get the hit. And the ball carrier got away, got down the sidelines, and shrugged off a couple of tackles, and more power to him for the touchdown. 40-14 now. Let's see if the Bear Cubs try the onside kick situation, which I would imagine you're down 26 with 5 minutes to go. Yeah, I think probably that's the call.
Yeah, might as well. Let's see if we can get a bite into this lead a little bit more.
It's crazy. Yeah, why not? Beavers, let's see if they put some hand guys up front there, anticipating it. No, they're going out like they're getting the regular kickoff. So here we go. Beavers throw too many guys out in the field. You don't want to do that. So we're going to get a timeout as the Beavers are a little confused. I think maybe they're confused because half of them thought it might be an onside kick, and we're getting the hands team out there or the regular return team out there.
I think everybody just wanted to participate.
I think they all wanted to go out and say, this has been a good game. Let's all go out in the field. Beavers led this one, as we talked about, 19-7 at halftime. Built up on that lead till it was 40-7. Arcuri with a couple of touchdown passes in this half and one in the first. And they led it 40-7. Masi Rabukawaga, the running back from the Bear Cubs, takes the swing pass and takes it in a long touchdown. About 60 yards on that one. And it brought the Bear Cubs a little bit closer. And to me, it's, you're behind by 26 points. It's the fourth quarter. You do an onside kick.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they think, you don't have a chance. Why? You got to try it. You got to give it a shot. It looks like, I think that's number 32 kicking it, not 38. That would be Isoa Tufuli, but he's a defensive lineman, and that doesn't make sense. It must be 38. So let's see what the Bear Cubs have up their sleeves. No, they're going to kick it, but they're going to pooch kick it. And the Beavers are going to fair catch it. Very smart play right there at the 26-yard line. Good play out there by the Beavers.
That's Gavin Malloy on the reception there. So.
That's your guy, Gavin Malloy. And, he scored a touchdown. I wouldn't blame him if he tried to take it. He's feeling it.
He should have waved off the wave off is what he should have done.
Should have waved off. Said, no, I didn't mean to do that. So if you wave with one hand and then you wave with two, that takes it off.
I think so.
Penalty, no. Not a penalty. It's on the 27-yard line. Just the Bear Cubs start walking backwards. So Beavers with 5 minutes to go. Let's see what we've got here. I think we've got another quarterback. Michael Van Hook from El Cerrito High School in El Cerrito is your quarterback, and he will hand it off to, that's Eric Phillips, who's running it through, and he had a nice run going, but then we saw a giant flag fly in the middle of that. Phillips took it all the way up over the 40-yard line for a gain of 15, but the flag on the play, you have to think it was probably going to be a holding or a block in the back, but a nice run by the youngster Eric Phillips out of Monterey Trail. Yeah, we're going to get a hold on the Beavers. That'll move it back inside the 20-yard line. So Michael Van Hook, 6 foot 190 out of El Cerrito is our quarterback. Whit Cruz was in there, ran one series, ended up with a touchdown for the Beavers. They're going to put it down at the 22-yard line, so the hold occurred at the 32. And it will be first down and 15 yards to go. They've got to get to the 37-yard line. Van Hook wearing number 10. Again, he's got Eric Phillips back there in the backfield with him. And now we've got a whistle, and that one I think is just to irk me because there was no reason to have that, and they're going to call a procedure penalty on the Beavers. False start. They got a bunch of new guys out there, Chris. I'm not surprised. Jackson Marlboro is at the right end, split out right.
Probably haven't spent a lot of time together running reps, so
exactly,
understandable.
Yeah, exactly. So Van Hook and his cadence might be a little off from what they're used to. Let's see. 4:28 and counting here as we come back to first down and now 20 yards to go. That's a handoff to Phillips again. He runs around the left side just like last time and gets a little bit daylight like last time and will end up at the 25-yard line. If nothing else, we might have found a guy in Eric Phillips who might get a couple of carries in this last game of the season.
I think so. He's a little speedster coming out of the back there.
Yeah, he got to the outside, and you got to figure the Bear Cubs are thinking he's going to run the ball. Now Santa Rosa might have some of their backups in as well. Second and let's call it 13, so a gain of 7. 3:40 to go in the ball game. Hand off, and that one is going to be stymied right at the point of attack. Good play by the Bear Cubs, and the ball carry is wrestled to the ground, and I think that Santa Rosa may just call a timeout here as the Beavers will get ready to go back into punt formation. score from Butte College. A final, Redwoods 22, Butte 21. So the Roadrunners have lost their first conference game. The Beavers will move into a tie atop the conference with a win when they close this one out here today. Now, I would assume that if the teams finish tied, then obviously the Roadrunners, by virtue of their win over the Beavers, would probably get the nod. However, they still have a game next week. The Redwoods with a big win over Butte. Now we'll wait for the Beavers to come up next week to conclude the season. There's another handoff. Phillips tries the right side, dashes in, comes outside, breaks free at the 30, 35, 40, and he is wrestled down at the 45-yard line. Could it be a star is born, Chris Toy?
I think so. I think we found some fresh blood here in the ARC backfield.
Wow.
He's definitely providing a spark to this offense, let me tell you.
He's providing a spark to the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game as he pulls down a big gainer there to put it at the 45-yard line. Combined with the news about Butte College, this is a great time to be a Beaver. Another score, Sierra finished off Shasta 51-7. So the Wolverines a little stung over last week's loss to the Beavers. And they come out and they take care of Shasta. There's Phillips again, another hole up the middle, 45, down to the 42-yard line. I just stand here and watch him run, Chris.
Yeah,
I
think he's averaging about 12 yards a carry at this point.
If you had added the one that was the penalty, this guy would be close to 100 yards already. Yeah. Phillips comes out. He's tired. He's got to be tired after that. Elijah Gutierrez comes back in, and we're going to have the 2-minute timeout, and we'll take a little break here with 2 minutes to go. Beavers comfortably on top, 40-14. You're watching ARC football on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here.
2 minutes to go in this one. Mark the Phantom Low along with Chris Toy, bringing it to you. Beavers on top, 40-14. Michael Van Hook hands it off. Up the middle, that's Hakeem Anderson, I believe. And, Chris, we put a lot of attention on our new hero, Eric Phillips, but Hakeem Anderson's really run the ball well. We mentioned it earlier, but he just looks strong every time he takes the ball.
He does. He's a tough one to tackle, and he's always gaining positive yardage. So, it's nice to see that we've got multiple attackers in the backfield.
And as we mentioned, 5'9", 215, he is a chore to bring down. Phillips is 5'10" and 180. So kind of different kinds of backs. Same height. Phillips coming through. Noah comes through, and again, he did a great job of pretending he didn't have the ball and got it down to the 32-yard line. Another great gain for Eric Phillips, about a 6-yarder, and that'll be a first down for the Beavers as we go down near 1 minute to go. So Coach O told me yesterday when I talked to him, he said, I think we're going to move Eric Phillips from wide receiver back to the backfield. Coach, you're pretty smart. And he waited till the end to kind of showcase him, but you're pretty smart.
Can't let all the tricks out of the bag all
Absolutely,
at once,
yeah. Just a freshman. He might be working on some running back drills for next year. He has it here down to the 30, gets away at the 25, down to the 20-yard line.
And another first down.
I don't know how to explain it. Everybody knows he's getting the ball. They're all around him, and he's still getting down to the 20-yard line. And that might be the last play of the game, as the Beavers will be content to run it out and Chris, I think I was just talking to a couple of the scoreboard operator in here. I think this is definitely the Beavers' best game of the season as they look to close it out and win this one 40-14. Minus a couple of penalties in the first half, I think they played about as good a game as they could play.
Absolutely. I think once they took care of that penalty problem that they certainly suffered from in the first half, fortunately, it didn't cost them anything in the first half, but it didn't help them, obviously. But the second half has been much, much cleaner. They've done a tremendous job.
Clock runs down to 0, and that's your ball game. Our final score, American River College 40, Santa Rosa Junior College 14. We're back with a short post game right after a short break right here on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Sitting here basking in the afterglow of a Beavers 40-14 win over Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs. Bear Cubs came in at 3-5 and 0-3 in the season, but they've been playing everybody close. This time, the Beavers, Chris Toy, I think maybe played their best game of the season. We talked about it a little bit more. We talked about it a little bit, and they came out and they made a statement right away. Took a 14-0 lead, 14-7. We'll talk a little bit about the end of the first half, but what were your overall impressions?
Well, I was very impressed. Out to 2 games, that's nothing to sneeze at.
And another thing that you and I think, another group I want to single out is definitely the defensive backs. We talked about it throughout the game. They are up in your face defensive backs, and the Bear Cubs, who throw the ball for over 200 yards a game, I don't think ever got comfortable throwing the ball. They never hit one of their deep throws. They made some nice intermediate throws, but never hit the deep throw. And I think the defensive backs, a key reason they frustrated them all day.
I have to agree. I couldn't agree more. That the one penalty that we would take on that pass interference, I wouldn't coach the player any differently.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say you just keep doing what you're doing, and sometimes that might go the other direction.
And the last group I want to point out is a group that we haven't really highlighted much this year because they've had injuries and stuff and been in and out of the lineup. But the running backs today, we came in and we knew Zaire Eastman would get the bulk of the carries. Nathan Crawford, who was the leading rusher on the team, ankle injury, was touch and go. It seemed that when I talked to Coach O, he didn't want to have to play him, and he didn't. But we came out here. He said Akeem Anderson's going to get some carries. We're going to get Tamil Horton to get involved. We talk about Eric Phillips. We'll talk about him in a second. But even Anderson and Zaire Eastman looked so impressive. The running back, it was a running back core today and really, really good.
It was, and it all comes back to that offensive line.
Absolutely.
They protected Arcuri. They opened up holes at the time. I mean, Arcuri had a 62-yard run. I think Eastman busted off a 30-plus at some point. So, I mean, they definitely opened up some holes and allowed the running game to flow today.
Beavers leading at 19-7 at halftime. End up winning at 40-14 over Santa Rosa, improved to 3-1 in conference play, now tied atop the conference with Butte, who lost to Redwoods 22-21. Beavers on the road against the same college of the Redwoods next Saturday to conclude their season. Great time out here at Beaver Stadium for a big Beaver win. I want to thank Riley, the engineer, Logan, the scoreboard operator. Chris Toy, I want to thank you. Great job, my friend.
Thank you for
Great
having me,
hanging
sir.
out with you on a Saturday afternoon. I'm Mark the Phantom Low. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.